There we go.
What's up, dudes?
What's up, dudes? How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to Roll of Fate. Hope. This is episode 15. Yeah, I guess we're gonna hop right in tonight, though. I want Hunter to give a recap.
Oh shit!
What happened?
Recapitulation, baby.
I want to hear Hunter give a recap.
My mind's not working well today, so this is gonna be a thing. We were all in the guard tower area. This is going great. We were in the barracks.
Let's back it up just a little bit. You're in the barracks.
We had all left the cave, to which we were all pissed at each other because some people wanted to kill somebody, some people wanted to not kill somebody. Semantics. We all went to the guard post where the half orcs, who were kind enough to have us there, were like, hey, you can't really leave without dying. And then apparently we had to leave or else we were going to die.
Why couldn't you leave without dying?
Because we were wanted.
By
Valikov.
There you go.
I studied. I'm acing this test. Okay. So we then left with Caravan to try and conceal us, which was a terrible plan because they found us immediately and they attacked us. And then we're like, let's attack them back, I guess. And we were going down. Somebody lost control of the reins on one of their carts. Somebody told a horse to stop. It's all in the past. And then there was some people throwing fireballs at us because that's apparently the DM's favorite thing to do to us.
It is lately, yeah.
And we all managed to make it to some sort of safe house. I'm trying to remember. It might be someone who's important, like a higher up in the world.
So it's like a duke or a count or something.
Yeah, you guys are essentially, there is
or is it the Baron?
It's essentially the embassy for
the embassy.
One of the ambassadors.
We were in the embassy and things were looking bleak for the group. We were all angry at each other, not saying anything. I had talked with my bud Akka. I was like, Akka, this person's trying to turn you against us, and her name is Briar of Wood. And we were in this room for like 2 days, and we were like, oh, we gotta do something. So we decided to ignore each other for a day until the day ran by, and then we're like, oh, let's not ignore each other. And all our dirty laundry was spread out, and we all learned to appreciate each other a little bit more. And I think it's, in the end, it's not about the destination, but the friends you make along the way.
Sure. You also had a cat with you.
Oh yeah, there was a cat girl.
The whole reason
I am holding a kitty that needs to be transformed back into a human girl.
Correct.
What's her name, by the way?
Her dad died.
Remember that time I said my brain's not working well today, and Mason's like, do the recap.
It's okay.
So yeah, Catherine with a C, who was transformed into a cat, is the daughter of. Yeah, we can hear you, Cody. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Were you checking because BB didn't laugh enough at your joke?
No, I'm used to that. Yellow wasn't like lighting up on my thing, so
okay.
I was making sure that I was working. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're good. So Catherine, the daughter of Keldan, had been transformed into a cat, and apparently he was trying to do his mercenary work and his assassination attempts, or rather successes for him. In an attempt to get enough money or Ethereum or some sort of materials, he's been trying desperately to find a cure to get his daughter turned back, as she appears to be permanently polymorphed into a cat. You guys then acquired her from his home, brought her with you, and as you were camped out in this ambassador's kind of holding chambers, or they were much nicer than where you were staying before, but still kind of, you guys are all kind of squished into one or two rooms. You guys got the news that Kaldor had in fact been assassinated by some of Valikov's lackeys.
That happened.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, but I did roll for that, and that's how it ended up. So,
that was Hunter's one job.
That's Hunter's one job.
I was guarding him until he came into their possession. That was my job.
So, towards the end of the night, you guys made your final preparations as they let you know that you'd be leaving in the morning. With a kind of a small group to make sure you got safely outside the borders of Keldan. Outside of that, Mara had her little powwow with a mage who is going to be able to help her keep in contact with Kurik, at least somewhat, as they move on from where they are now.
And the stone.
And that's my favorite. That might be my favorite clip that we've ever done.
Yeah.
Because it's the only one. Because Empire said some shit, and then literally everybody did this. Like literally every single person. I pulled a frame from it because it made me laugh. So yes, you do have the vibrating stones, which is which is a DM I should have thought through.
Yep.
But I didn't.
Neck massagers.
But I didn't.
Yeah, AdamandEve.com.
AdamandEve.com. Use promo code Empire.
Yeah.
What?
Or you just meant it to be one of the restaurants your table is ready.
Yeah, you know, that is
Whoa,
kind of
yeah.
the way. It's a little more
Innocent.
the idea. A little more the idea I had in mind, but that's okay. Pyre's here to clear that up for everybody.
If
Fine.
it vibrates, then somebody's having a meal.
Oh, we'll see.
God damn it. All right, good. Here we go. Starting the game. So as the evening wore on, you guys went ahead and got your rest. Anything you want to do your final evening in Keldan before you move on?
That rhymed.
Nope.
Yeah, beautiful.
Did-
I have anything I gotta do.
Did I ever get my necklace?
Ooh, my bracers.
Did you? That's a great question. Which necklace are you referring to?
Like the one I got from the Mind Flayer people.
I'm
We're
pretty
supposed to put
sure
in inventory.
I made it. Let me check. Meanwhile, what were the other questions?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Let me check. I thought I did.
Remember we sent people out for like
Yeah.
to do shopping for us?
Gophers.
Mm.
I asked about bracers and we never actually
Yeah.
powwowed about that.
Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah.
I will. I said, yeah, sure. Tell me what you want, and then you're like, I'll think about it.
Well, I said just something for more AC, and you're like, okay, message me later. I'm like, I just want AC.
Okay, let me check her stuff real quick before I hop into whether.
No, it's all good.
All right. Did I not? I even identified it for you, didn't I?
Yeah, because I was like, I'm gonna do a
yes.
ritual spell identifying.
You
and
did.
stuff.
Let me see, because it was a necklace of mind shielding, I think. Sorry. Yep, there it is. Boom. I just added it to your inventory. Was that the only thing anybody else is missing before we move on?
Yeah. Because I wanted to attune to it if I had to.
Gotcha. Okay.
Thank you.
We have a long rest. Let's rest.
Yeah, everybody's got a long rest, as you guys have been here for a couple days now, so make sure you check that off. Go back to full health. Yeah, Akka, because we didn't circle back, let's talk about that after tonight,
cool.
before next session.
Yep.
And we'll get something figured out. Yeah, okay. So, in the meantime, outside of errands and things you want to buy before you leave, are you guys good to go?
Mhm.
Okay.
Should I do the message thingy?
You can only receive them right now. You can reply to them once you have received them, but you cannot send one. It's just how the magic works. But yes, sometime soon, I imagine you should be hearing more. So, as the night wears on, you guys getting the best rest you can, knowing that you're going to be leaving early the next day. As you kind of settle in, realizing this is your last night, and it's also the place you all met each other, you guys manage to get a somewhat restful sleep. But the knock at the door comes all too soon. Certainly earlier than most of you have been probably getting up to this point within the city, as it is still very dark outside. As the colonel kind of pushes the door up and says, all right, best we go quickly and quietly. Is everybody good? At this point, you all are kind of rubbing your eyes, and he just appears to be ready to go.
Yeah. As much as I love spending all my waking hours in this small room, I think I'm about ready to leave.
Very good. If you'll follow me, we have a few... Well, we'll get you as far as we can. Where you said you're... Oh, and I should... Oh, this is I should also note as the DM, I made a boo-boo last time. I said the place that Klee wanted to go is to the southeast. It's to the northeast. It's okay. It's just almost the opposite direction. Forget about it.
Whatever.
It's just totally.
Northeast. I don't know
It's
what
not
you mean.
northwest.
What
so-
what are directions, right? Look,
Right. Don't make fun of me. I gotta.
People, dude. The company's all
That's okay.
messed up.
I'm glad that you said it now and not before we left. The
Before
city
you
and
left to
you're
go the
like,
wrong direction, yes.
Yeah.
So I did make a boo-boo. That's my fault. In any case, so now, as the colonel leans in, he says, so you said you were heading where?
Northeast. There's kind of like a holy land for our people, and I was told to go there.
I thought it was southeast.
You're hearing things.
Permanent disadvantage.
Oh.
So at this point, yeah. Do you have a name? Do you know? We can get you pointed in the right direction.
Well, I don't know any of the cities around it, and I don't know if you would know the name. It's which I guess translates to hollowed Orin Pinnacle.
Let me check a religion check for him. Got a 19 plus.
Oh, that's
So-
pretty good.
He's like, oh yes, right, yeah.
Of course, the
It sounds like it could be familiar. Could you describe it for me? Is it? It's
very, very swift top peak. It looks like it's almost glowing golden on sunset. Not too many mountains around it, but it's the tallest out of all of them.
I see. I think I know of where you speak. It lies along the borders of Lastoria and Asneldur to the north. I think in Lastoria they call it the Tempest Peaks.
Well, that's a name. Not the name I would call it.
Well, of course not. Everybody has their own names for things, but the
Some are
common
right,
the
some are
common
wrong.
the common folk as you travel will know it as Tempest Peaks, and they should be able to guide you.
Okay.
I think if we get you towards the north, we can take you to the border, a little past, perhaps. We'll get you into Lastoria, and I suggest you head for a small town called Quit, and from there they should be able to point you in the right direction.
Okay, perfect. So I already forgot the name of the place that they call it. I'm so used to hearing. I grew up on Hollowed Orin Pinnacle. Anything else just kind of in one ear out the other, you know.
So it's a town called Quit, Kwit.
KWIT.
Yeah, go ahead, guys. Get it out.
Gotta
now.
quit
Get it out
while we're
now.
ahead.
Yep, I knew that. Come up with something. Give me something better, Hunter. You're no longer allowed to play. So, with that, he kind of begins to usher you guys out. As you make your way out into kind of this main, it's a rather nice courtyard. As this embassy's kind of got like a small fountain in the middle, and it's got some nicely kept bushes and hedges that are trimmed. As you kind of step outside, just the hint of sunlight beginning to change the darkness to a bit of a light golden twilight color as it begins to rise. As you guys look around, you see that they have prepared a small covered wagon for you with 2 horses pulling it. As they kind of lead you up to it, the captain says, "All right, I know it's not much, and but you're welcome to take this as far as you need, and it's just as best a way we can currently repay you, at least within my means. So please feel free to take this, and we've loaded plenty of rations and supplies, so hopefully your journeys are safe from here."
Thanks. Means a lot. Although we really only did get into this whole situation because we were helping. Beside the point, we're always happy to help. And we hope that Kurik comes back safely. And that everything kind of blows over with Valikov. I don't think it will.
Well,
But it's nice to think of happy thoughts.
at this point it is not Valikov we're worried about, but
Oh yeah, mind flares and everything.
Well,
yeah.
and
they-
without more evidence and without Kaldor here to speak, well, there's a lot of talk of war in the air, so we're hoping things don't go that poorly, but there's not a lot of hope left. So
Cool.
While that's going on, I made with the sash thing that I got
Yes.
a while back. I
Mhm.
made like a little cat carrier to wrap around my shoulder.
Oh,
okay,
Carry
the
cat.
the one that Marok gave you.
Mhm.
Okay. Very good. So you kind of have that, and Kat she's still obviously distraught, but she does kind of climb in, and you see as her little head just kind of hangs out, just
Yeah.
kind of looking around here and there. As you guys all kind of now climb into this cart, they do have a guard up front who's going to be driving you. It is a covered wagon. It's up to you guys where you sit.
I'll sit next to Akka.
Yeah. I'll just sit kind of near the front, where the driver would be.
Okay. Very good. So, as you guys kind of pile in, you hear, as you kind of all are now in the covered area, you don't see much as there's kind of small partitions separating you guys from the outside just for extra privacy. You do hear the clip-clop of several horses alongside you as you guys make your way out of the town. It probably takes the better part of 30 minutes, but it goes relatively smoothly as you guys head along the cobbled streets as you hear the town beginning to wake up for the morning, and just the light outside now begins to kind of illuminate these small, thin curtains on either side of you. As you stop and you hear them kind of discussing where they're going and what they're doing at this checkpoint, what sounds like human voices rather than half-orcs, but they appear to let you guys pass without any trouble. As you begin leaving, you get the sense that it may be a while before you return to Keldan again, if ever, as it's certainly not necessarily left in a better state than you found it.
Yeah, what can you do?
But it is where you
Help.
started. It is where you all started your journey together, and whether it is friendship or hatred that binds you all together, that still remains to be seen. But as you kind of now pull out, you make your way up a small hill, and as you do, like a small gust of wind kind of blows open the back curtain a bit, just revealing just your last view of this walled city. And from afar, it looks a lot more peaceful than it ever did feel when you were inside of it. But maybe one day you'll come back, we'll see. In the meantime, you guys probably travel another 4 hours or so, with the guard up front being relatively quiet the entire time. What are you guys doing in this interim?
Cat Pickle looks very comfortable.
Did you just call her Cat Pickle?
Well, yes, that is the cat's name.
It is.
I kind of like try to see how she's doing.
You see as she kind of has her neck craned out looking at Keldan, really the only home that she's ever known. There's a bit of sadness as far as you can see and make out on her face. But other than that, she's not saying or doing much.
How long? Do I know how long this it would take to travel from where we are to quit?
To quit?
Yeah, that's the name.
Sure. I mean, it's probably not too much further. By wagon, it's probably going to take you guys maybe another couple hours. It's not that
Oh,
far.
damn. I thought it would take a few days.
No, Quit is not far. Quit is a very small
Okay.
village. As you guys are heading north, it's just one of those that it's one of the ones that's kind of the last to be inside the borders of Listoria before you kind of get to that area where Keldan is, where it's kind of a neutral zone between the three nations. It is definitely not a big town, but it is firmly inside a different country, whereas before you guys have been kind of in a neutral zone between three countries, where you've kind of gone back and forth between various different official borders and things. You're now firmly within Listoria. As far as traveling north, you don't really know how far, at least certainly not by wagon. You have no idea how far it would be to the Tempest Peaks from where you are.
Yeah.
You do know roughly where they are, given that you have your people kind of make pilgrimages there occasionally, especially those in like the more priestly class. It is a pretty long journey to make it to where you're headed. Probably have to make several stops along the way. You know that these mountains are kind of running along, especially this small cluster of these very large Tempest Peaks. They're kind of sitting along the border of Asneldor and Listoria. Asneldor largely being a dwarven nation, most of which is built underneath the mountains, but there are many kind of villages and establishments on the surface as well.
I like look to Mora and Marok, and I'll say,
It appears as if we're going to be traveling together for at least a little longer, or however long. Maybe we should get to know each other a little bit more. Where are you guys from?
I'm from where you're from, Clee. That
I know
is
where you're
silly.
from, Aka.
I just look up.
I'll like pat him on the head.
Like, I know where you're from. It's okay.
I'm gonna look very satisfied.
Do you have your notes, Pint?
I left my other book at the.
Ooh,
I know
no
we're from the north. In
So,
the woods and
Mara would have told you, had she had her notes, that that her
Hell,
and Marok were from a country in the north, on the northern continent called Jort, Jort. I don't know how much else you want to. How are you telling him everything? How much you can tell him? Because I'll have to give your background now that you don't. You know what? Let me just copy and paste it over to you. That might be easier.
no.
Let me paste it over to you real quick. This was just a quick write-up we did forever ago. All right, there we go. Boom, sent you that. Okay, sorry, continue on. For everybody else.
We're from a northern town called George.
And what is that like?
Cold. Very cold.
Do you
That's it.
like the cold?
It never bothered me.
Okay, what do they do in Yort?
Well, nothing.
I like turned to Ak, I like kind of like whispered to Ak.
This is a lot harder than I thought it would be.
Soft mouths are weird.
Soft mouths. That's a great.
Well,
You get a DM inspiration for that if you don't have one, Empire.
That is so good. I never thought of it like that.
I'll say, well, Aka and I are from the mountains, a little bit south from here. We've been traveling north to get to this location, and the village is small, probably like less than 100 bird folk, but it's nice. We're hoping someday to go back, right, Aka?
Yes, we are supposed to go back
Mm-hmm.
soon, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Clee.
Yep. It is really nice in the mountains. You don't really get that freedom when you're down here, just to fly around and be up there so high. Just, I don't know. I guess I miss that part of it.
I mean, you can fly around here. There's a sky here too.
Yeah, but it's open here. It just doesn't feel like there's anything around. But when you're in the mountains and there's these huge pillars everywhere, and you're just flying through them, and it's exhilarating. I don't even know how to explain it.
What if you sneeze and you hit one and die?
Then that would be a very, very embarrassing way to go.
Oh,
And you'd probably be made fun of even after death.
oh.
Yeah. Don't want to do that.
I don't have to worry about it. I don't have wings.
You
Nope.
have a carpet.
Not yet.
technically
Just
possible.
make sure you don't sneeze on the carpet, because then you might fall off, and then everyone would be like, "Oh no, he fell off," but also, "Ha, he fell off."
No, I won't ever fall off my carpet. And also, it's not my carpet anymore. Briar stole it from me.
I believe you gave it to me.
I don't remember.
You don't remember when you bet me for
Yeah,
a
but-
carpet?
Yeah, and I won the carpet.
And what else did you win?
Your friendship.
That's right.
Right. Whew, it's getting a little hot in here, isn't it?
I'm gonna ask where Briar's from. I imagine she's from heaven because she's as beautiful as an angel.
What is heaven?
She's not from heaven, wherever that is. Where are you from, Briar? If you don't mind us asking, I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable or anything.
Or maybe she's from the woods and she eats people.
That seems more likely.
Well, you're half right.
You eat people?
Eat people.
Stay away from my little hands.
No, I do not eat people, but I am from the woods.
Like any woods, or are they like a specific wood?
The woods.
The woods.
Are all the woods connected across the world?
Why, yes, in some way.
Is it literally just called the woods? Like there's a sign outside saying you're now entering the woods? Because they could have come up with a better name than that. I mean, come on.
Well, that would be a terrible thing, putting a wooden sign up. I mean, look at all those trees, having to stare at a dead one.
A metal
Really?
sign, then. That'd be expensive, but it could be done.
Well,
the
no.
Woods. It almost sounds like Clee Woods. No? Okay.
Clee, that is the only funny thing I've ever heard you say.
I don't understand this woman.
Yeah. I know,
I'll just giggle looking downward.
I know things have been rough, but I feel a little bit more relaxed now. I don't know. It was an intense few days.
Yes, it was.
Where are we going?
Well, we're going to quit, I think they called it.
What are we quitting?
I ain't
We're
a quitter.
quitting spending time in Valikov City.
I
Oh,
hope they have Quit Cat bars. I would love to perform at one. I hear they're very popular.
It's canon.
Oh shit. This is good.
So is this, as you guys feel yourselves come to kind of a slow rolling stop.
Fireballs just come out.
Fireball,
everywhere.
a giant.
20 of them.
Yeah.
The guard kind of pulls back the curtain, looks back at the the 5 view. All right, well, or 6 if you count Cat. All right.
I count cat.
Pickle, yeah.
You got another couple hours ahead of you before you reach Quit. But you all should be safe from here, and we've got to return back. So best of luck to all of you on your adventures.
Not bringing us all the way there?
Well, we shouldn't really be seen going too much further in. They don't want a military
That's-
presence.
It's fine. If it adds a few more days, weeks even to our travels, that's perfect. We'll get back to our village eventually. It's all about the journey, okay?
Right. Well, best of luck to you. And you see him kind of hop down. He says, the horses are well trained, so you shouldn't have any trouble.
I think
we
I'll
get
have
the
a little
wagon?
trouble, but I feel like someone else might not. Anybody know how to use a horse?
I know I talked to horse.
You could talk to the horse. That's right. You'd be like,
Could
horse.
you do the thing where you make it run instead of stop?
Yeah. I did that once where I made it stop instead of running.
Yes.
Yeah, you
I-
have to bring that up.
We don't really have horses in the mountains. I haven't seen a whole lot of horses or really been close enough to one, so that was my bad. I thought I was helping. Please don't be mad.
They're kind of vile beasts.
They smell.
Do we just need someone to drive the horses?
As you're saying this, you notice that all the other, you hear the clip clop and the galloping of horses heading back towards Keldan down the road that you guys just came from. As you kind of see everybody sitting around and the horses at the moment, nobody manning the reins, just sitting there. Yes.
I will climb up on
Okay.
the thing to, drive.
If I summon my little ice dagger just like to play with it, and it's a level 1 spell, does that count as a spell slot if I don't throw it?
He's thinking about it.
I'll allow it.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna like pop like my little ice knife into existence and just like do little tricks with it and stuff.
Okay.
Oh,
Great.
also, are we doing the thing that we talked about? I know we never actually ever talked about this. We just bring it up one session. The ascend where for the wild magic, where it gets like more potent every time it doesn't go off.
I was thinking, I think we should. I think it'd be more fun.
I'll
More
keep
fun that
track
way.
of it.
Yeah.
So I
We'll
can
make
do
it more
one
fun.
or 1 or 2, then 1 or 2 or 3. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
As
Sounds
it gets like more crazy. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm gonna climb up on top of the wagon and kind of perch and just kind of spread my wings while it moves.
So beautiful.
Thank you. Right.
It's like an ornament on top of the chariot.
Just
That's
like
the
that.
greatest sound
The song of my people.
I've ever heard.
Well, at least your birds stop making noise in the
I
background.
know they don't.
Yeah, they're like,
Oh,
they're like,
Really
geez, dude,
staring at
is
you.
is that what we sound like?
I've literally done that. Got up in their face. Rah! This is what you sound like. Rah!
So at this point, as you guys now kind of get your first look around as to the actual kind of environment that you are in, you look behind you as you are kind of leaving behind what is a little bit more of a rocky environment as it starts to turn a little bit more into on your right side you see as it starts to become a little bit more foresty, nothing super thick, but some small trees. Further back behind you, you do see in the distance, Keldan, you can tell is just a small dot as you guys are at a little bit of a higher of an elevation now. You do even see in the distance past that the kind of small woods where you guys had gone through to find the mine beforehand, where the entrance led down to the depths where you found Tilan and all the other fun things in the depths. Up ahead of you, the road is pretty well paved, or not well paved, but well worn here. It's nice and flat. It's just a plain dirt road. Off to your left, you see up ahead, you kind of begin taking a path that takes you guys a little bit closer to being along the coast, as there's just a little bit of grass waving along the sides, and then you see even further ahead as part of the path kind of takes you along almost I wouldn't say a cliff edge, but there's a drop off if you go far enough to the left.
Can I like jump out and like just start flying around? We've been cooped up for like days.
Sure, nobody's keeping you.
Yeah.
You guys do whatever you want.
I'm just gonna be flying and doing like loops and shit and twists and barrel rolls and all
Okay.
that sort
I'm gonna kind
fun
of
stuff.
join him and fly wingtip to wingtip.
Just the tip.
Just the tips.
Just the tips.
So, sure. You guys roll me a perception check then.
Oh, tasty.
Uh,
14.
I got 19.
Very good. So as you fly around a bit, you guys kind of make your way even a little bit ahead of the wagon, just kind of taking this time to stretch your wings and really get one with the sky and the air again. Akka, as you guys are kind of flying along, you notice along one of the cliff sides, there's kind of further down the cliff itself, not where the road is, maybe 100 feet down or so, you see what almost looks like an archway, but there's no door. It's just kind of like an archway that's been carved into the cliff. A little difficult to tell what it is from here, but it's certainly something slightly out of the ordinary.
Point it to Klee and relay it that I see that.
Does it look familiar to me at all? Religion?
Nah, not from this distance. You guys going to check it out?
Yeah, we can go
Yeah,
check it
let's go
out.
check it
And
out.
guys, we'll be right back. We see something. Could be good, could be nothing.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I'm
fly
coming.
up, stall, and
Okay.
oh, actually, I'm gonna fly by and grab him with my feet and throw him up into my hands.
Okay. So you go by, scoop up little Marok, and you guys begin heading towards this kind of cliff face. In the meantime, Mara and Briar, what are you guys doing?
I guess we're just going on the cart, you know?
Okay.
Continuing.
Carting it up.
All right, very good. As you guys begin to approach this cliff face, it kind of like you see these engravings kind of like almost shimmer a bit depending on the angle that you approach them from. As you get closer, you actually almost begin to lose sight of them for a bit, and then they reappear and then they disappear. It's almost as if. Actually, roll me a perception check, all three of you.
8.
18.
17.
So the two of you realize it seems to be kind of as your shadows pass over it, it seems to flicker in and out as you make your way up to it.
Whoa. I think we should be careful.
Careful of what?
It's hard to explain. I have.
Okay.
Just be careful of any place like this, okay?
Okay.
If you see something, don't touch it.
I'll shoot a firebolt at it.
My hands start like flickering with flames.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Does this place look any like religious means or anything like that?
Go ahead and roll me. Actually, just roll me a history check for this.
Oh, not great. That is a 10 total.
Doesn't seem to ring any bells so far.
We're just kind of like walking. Are we still flying above, or
It's so the road is about 100 feet above. This is on a cliff face. As you see, like bits of water kind of splash up against it, almost kind of reaching to where this is, where this little archway is in the side of the cliff face here. You get that you almost would have to be flying to even notice this. You notice that if you were to kind of climb down by rope to even see this, you'd probably, your shadow would end up covering it as you went over it and you wouldn't even notice it. There's a chance that boats could maybe have seen it, but they would have to have been looking for it from kind of far away, as if they got too close, it looks as though they'd probably end up smashed against the cliff sides.
And how close are we to this?
At this point, I mean, you guys can kind of hover closer to it. You
Yeah.
get that you kind of have to be at an angle in order to be able to see it. As you look at it now, it looks as though part of this engraving is written in some sort of common speech, or at least common script. But it doesn't make any sense. Like, it seems like the letters are just not, at least not in a language that you recognize.
Do I have any spells that can help with this? That would be a no.
Is there anything Marok can do to read it? Can you do anything?
I don't
Do
know
any-
what that
Do
says.
anything about what?
Do you see the writing on the arch?
Oh.
Yeah,
It says something, but I do not understand it.
I'm not really good with languages or anything. That's a Briar thing.
maybe we should get her down here then. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna like zoom as fast as I can up to the cart and stuff,
Okay.
and like kind of fly kind of in front of it and be like,
Whoa, stop the cart if you could.
You're muted.
Your
There you
mic.
go.
Pull the reins back to slow them.
There's like this weird arch thing we found, and it's written in common, it seems, but it's not at the same time. I'm not very good with different language stuff. Perhaps you or more would have better luck looking at it and seeing what it says.
Should we leave the cart here alone?
That seems like a bad idea.
I mean, I'll stay on the cart.
That's an option. And if it's something significant, then we could say, screw the cart. It cost us nothing anyways. And then we can head back down and see what's up.
You said it's like, so describe it again for me, please, if you don't mind.
Sure. So essentially, now that they've pointed it out to you, there's this it looks as though some sort of carving or some sort of script. It's at this point kind of largely faded, as though the waves have been kind of slowly eroding it over the years. But you guys are kind of hovering maybe 30 or so feet above the water, where the water is now, but 100 feet down from where the road is, where your wagon will shortly pass. It's just some sort of script. It's in common script, but the words don't seem to match any languages, at least you guys know. It just appears to be kind of common script written in like a small arch, maybe a door of about 4 feet by 5 feet. It's not,
And it's like hard to see, not because of like the wear and tear, just like the way that it's carved, right?
that seems to be part of it, because it is kind of faint. As you guys kind of step out of the way and you allow the light to hit it, it's almost like at some point it had been filled with a little bit of something that made it shine a bit brighter in the sun. Most of it's been worn down at this point.
If I use, can I use prestidigitation on it to see if I can kind of clean up some of like the wear and tear on it to see if that has any effect?
Sure, you can try.
Okay, so then yeah, I'll put my hands on it and cast prestidigitation and see if that like kind of
Sure.
gives any life to it or anything.
As you do that, you notice a bit of the dirt and dust kind of dislodge itself from a lot of the areas that have been kind of inscribed, and it does shine a bit brighter. You do notice now that it appears to almost form a question, as you see now a question mark that was previously not visible. Other than that, it still appears to not be legible as far as you can tell, but it is more visible now.
Interesting.
Can I pull my staff out and kind of put it on full blast
Oh.
and light the arch a bit more?
It's using your noggin.
Sure. As you do this, it just appears to stay largely the same.
Okay.
Where are you putting it specifically, just for reference?
I'm putting it just above
Okay.
the arch.
It doesn't
Block out our shadows too.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to do anything. It's at least more legible as you keep the light on it.
Meanwhile, on a magic carpet ride.
Ah.
So,
So it's just down here, right? Yeah. And
Okay,
I'll like
well,
show
let's go
her
then.
fly down there.
all right. So you guys make your way down. You see the scene as described. Briar leaving Mara, by the way, with the cart. Are you driving it, or are you just waiting?
Sitting.
What?
I'm just sitting.
Doing push-ups.
Got a rumble stone out, dude.
Yeah.
Very good. So yeah, Briar, you see it much as described. You see that there's... go ahead and roll me a history check, Briar.
A history.
History check,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a good history.
Same. That's why I was like, I'll get you to look at it, because my religion is garbage and my history is trash.
I got a whole 8.
Hey.
Yeah, you have no idea. Like you guys don't recall hearing about anything like this. The script by itself doesn't make sense to you.
Can I try
So
reading it out?
I can't cast comprehend languages and understand it.
You can certainly try.
I guess I'll try then.
That's good.
Sure. As you try to comprehend languages, you kind of focus. But as the words kind of begin to move and try and make sense, they're just still a nonsensical mess of letters.
This must be in some secret code. I can't comprehend those.
Why would they have a secret code on the side of a cliff unless there was something good hidden inside, you know? Like maybe there's like crazy amount of treasure or something like that, and I could always go for some extra treasure.
Can we actually see like what letters are used in the common language?
Yeah, absolutely. I may have to send it to you because
Okay.
reading it out would be silly.
Okay.
Yep.
I want you to read it out now.
Nope. Not gonna happen. All right. All right. Cool. Let me. Who do I want to send this to? Do you just want me to drop it in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll drop it.
Yeah.
I'll drop it in the. Actually, I'll drop it in the chat, like the chat.
Getting
For so
The chat?
the chat.
Actually, no, because I
Chat,
don't want.
chat.
I don't want them to help.
I
you.
want them figuring it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ours. Stop being so greedy,
Put
chat.
it in the Roll of Fate chat.
Yeah, I'm doing
And
that.
also see the image I put in there.
Okay, yeah. I was like, this is exactly what I came to see.
Yeah, George.
Jorts.
Yeah, I thought of that too. I have to. I made that country forever ago. Decided much later that jorts would just have to be the only thing they wear. Like,
The tallest people with the shortest jeans.
Do you think it's like a code or something? Or it's like messed up together, like
I think the first thing says, "How did I get?"
or who did I get?
Hmm.
One of those.
And then
How
second it
how or
says-
who?
I think it says Starlight.
I didn't see that.
Beyond. Starlight.
Oh, it says Starlight opens.
Starlight opens. Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
we need the moon. Maybe we come back at night.
Those are two separate lines.
yeah, they're one's kind of one under the other.
Get. Tag isn't a word. Wait, tag's not a word, right?
It probably is somewhere.
Maybe. Maybe it's someone's name. Like, I feel like a Teg is the kind of person who takes care of horses. I don't know. I just kind of got that picture in my head now.
Who did I get?
Who did I get? Starlight opens. Who did I
or
get?
How?
Who makes some sense,
It's
but
who
also
because
how?
it's OHW. If you switch the words around, it's who. Did you have IDD? If you switch words around, I is GID. And then
Oh, if you switch the first and
I,
third,
then
that's-
GE.
Well, do we want to make camp for the night nearby, perhaps?
What time is it right now? In this,
At this point, you guys left kind of early. I mean, it's probably close to 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
okay.
You're about now 2 or 3 hours at least from quit. But yeah, that's up to you guys.
Yeah, we could make camp. See what Starlight does to this arch thing. How funny would it be if it opens up and it's just another scrambled message that said, haha, wasted your time.
Ha!
That would be
Classic
great.
joke.
That'd be a classic Eric Cochran thing to do.
So, what are you guys doing?
I say we're making camp.
I
I vote for
agree.
Fine with me.
Okay. Very good. Where would you like to make camp? Are you going to try and camp above it on the road there, or where are you going?
How far does the road go that it's not on this like ledge? Can we go a little further and?
So the little ledge that you guys are on probably goes about half a mile. From where the cart is now, with Mara sitting alone by herself, it's probably still 15 minutes from where you are. So it's only a couple hundred feet in, so it is closer to.
Yeah, if we
Keldan.
backtrack, then sure, that's fine.
It's up to you.
Yeah, it'd probably be easier to backtrack anyways instead of walking like 30-ish minutes ish.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a way to like Is there enough room to turn these horses around here?
Well, they're not. Yeah, there is where the cart is now. You could on the cliff edge there. Like it's enough for 2 carts to pass each other comfortably without falling off. So you could. You just have to do like 3-point 3-point turn. Yeah.
Sounds good.
But it's doable.
Okay, I'll fly back up to let Mora know.
Can I lay Morok on the carpet and catch us some fish for dinner?
Ooh.
Like swoop down and catch some in the water?
You can certainly try.
Cool.
Yeah. So, as you're...
I don't want to help catch fish.
Okay, I'm taking him with me.
Okay.
You just like dive in, and then he's just like.
Okay. Where are the fishes at?
Imagine right now we're flying over, and I want to ask you this.
You're kind of over the edge of the ocean here, where it kind of like the waves are crashing.
Fireball!
I want to try to dynamite catch fish.
All right.
Let
me think about this. Fireball does explode.
Mhm.
Sure. Just roll me
Catches
roll me
and
damage
cooks.
on it.
Okay.
Steamed fish.
Can you roll damage with a lot? I don't have enough d6s. 8d6.
8d6. Sure. Allow me.
We're gonna catch like a legendary goddamn fish monster. Watch.
Oh yeah.
Let's see how much damage you roll. All right, 8d6. Whoa. All right, let's see. I rolled 4 1s and 3 6s. Total of 27 damage. As you fire this firebolt into the water, you kind of look as it disappears for a second underwater, and you're like, huh, oh well. When suddenly there's as just like a geyser of water just soaks you and the carpet as well as Akka. There are a few fish bits that kind of rain down. As you look down, you also see what appears to be a sea turtle. There are a few various types of fish, as well as some sort of either small whale or dolphin type creature. Yeah.
Meat!
So we can see these and we're able to. Can I swoop down and try?
Many of them are in pieces or burnt or boiled up, but there are some. Yeah, roll me an investigation check to see what might still be edible.
Oh
6.
God. You said investigation? Oh, flat 3.
There's some fish bits that look. What did you roll, Marok?
6.
Yeah, most of it's exploded pretty hard.
We're taking care of dinner.
Yeah, however, as you sit and watch now, it appears as though the carnage has drawn in some other predators. As you now see various different sharks and things coming up and just devouring what is left. But most of it has been blown into.
I want to cast Chaos Bolt at a shark and try to just kill it, not blow it up.
All right,
Shark meat.
roll to hit.
Oh, you do not want to eat shark.
25.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. Oh, it bounces.
Oh man.
Nobody tell PETA, dude. Oh God.
Oh, yeah.
How much was damage on the first one, by the way?
It was so it's psychic damage, and it's 16 points of psychic damage.
Oh my God.
And then it's gonna bounce. Is there another shark or something? That's gonna maybe bounce it?
There's a couple,
The
yeah.
sea turtle.
And then a 23 to hit,
Okay. Yep.
and then that's gonna be 10 points of psychic damage to the next one.
Sure. So, as you fire this chaos bolt off, you see suddenly as there's a bit of a thrashing as a large shark looks as though maybe like a small great white type shark, and then it thrashes for a bit before kind of like floating up, as well as a what appears to be big, decently sized hammerhead, probably about 6 to 8 feet long, and they both kind of like just rise to the top.
I did it!
And how heavy are these?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask who's getting them, but yeah, they're. I mean, it's a little difficult to tell. Pulling them out of the water as best you can. It looks as though the hammerhead's probably on the order of maybe like 70, 80 pounds, whereas the larger shark is probably closer, like, I don't know, like 220, 230.
I
It's
got
not.
little arms.
It's not enormous, but it is hefty.
I think we need Briar.
Or we could throw it on the carpet.
Do I look strong?
You have a carpet. You're on it.
Oh, okay. I'll fly over to this commotion and be like, what is oh my.
I got dinner. And I'm covered in blood a little bit.
It makes you look very strong.
I'll lick some of the blood off of me.
Oh god. Well, how can I help with this?
I was hoping we could pull them on the carpet, and you could hold them.
Well, okay.
I'm gonna try and drag one over to the carpet. I'm assuming it's like low enough to the water.
I'll just like fly under it, I guess.
Yeah. You're trying to get it. This is a kind of a rough area of water. Marok, you can certainly try to keep it low. You get that it could be dangerous for you to do so.
Wait for what? Huh?
I thought I was on the carpet.
Oh, are you on the carpet? Okay.
I'm holding more.
You're just
I'm
holding
right. Yeah,
Mark?
I'm right. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm right.
Then,
Yeah.
So Briar, then yes, it looks as though you could get the carpet low enough.
Okay.
It is pretty rough here, so you have the chance of being swept off. You get it?
I have an idea.
Be fine.
I'm gonna get my rope out and I'm gonna try and tie it around the tail of the shark and stand on the carpet and pull it up with her help.
Okay, that works.
That might be
Oh.
smarter.
So smart. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll me a dexterity check real quick.
Both?
No, just him right now.
Okay.
And then-
18.
Are you still holding Marok, or did you put him on the...
Well, I assume I'm standing on the. Oh well, no. If for tying it up, I'm holding him. I still
She's
have
like
him.
on his.
Explain to me what this looks like to you.
So what I'm picturing is he's up
Wait.
on my shoulders or back,
Okay.
and I'm trying to fly low and wrap the rope around the tail of the shark.
Could I grab another shark?
What the hell is going on right now?
If I use Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, can I? That's only a minute. Never mind. I was gonna see if I could grab it with that hand and like take it with us, but I don't know. Can we get back to the cart in a minute, or how far away are we?
It would be...
I guess I could just reconcentrate it if needed.
So you can,
think
but
one
the
shark's
the grasp has to extend out of existing stone, doesn't it?
It's just a 5-foot square of unoccupied space. Oh yeah, it's on the ground.
Yes,
So
be
it's-
on the, yeah.
yeah,
So you could
okay.
it could
What
come
about
out
the
of
cliff
it,
face?
it could come out of the cliff face or something. What is the like? So it's only 5 feet though. You could.
Yeah, I can move it. So once it like exists,
Yeah.
It's an action. Hang on.
Oh,
You can cause
I
it
have an idea.
reach for another
Oh.
creature or move. I know it can move. I just don't know the limitation.
What is your idea, tall one?
Pick me up and bring me by the shark instead. And
Okay.
Mark, you stay here.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump off and do a little flip on the carpet.
Okay. Acrobatics check.
Easy. 11.
You do manage to land on the carpet. You stumble a bit, but you think you have caught yourself before either of them have noticed your slight trip up. So, all right, Briar. Now, how much does Briar weigh?
That's inappropriate.
I'm
You don't
like-
ask a lady's weight.
I'm not.
110 pounds.
A solid 280 of pure American muscle.
Okay.
So, okay. I'll allow it. Yeah, okay. So you managed to pick up Briar. You'll be going to be flying at half speed at this point.
Okay.
If you can carry Briar, why can't you just carry the shark?
We should be
You
close
only
She-
by,
carry one.
though.
There's two. I want both.
Do we really need both, though?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I can only
One
carry
trip.
one. So which one do we want?
Big.
The bigger one?
D&D.
He said,
Oh god. Clee's
High five.
probably fucking right, like sitting across the way from Mora, just like,
They should be here. I don't know what's taking them so long.
am I near the shark close enough to reach it now?
You guys will be. Akka,
Okay.
I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw, though.
Oh no, that's not a good face.
Oh, actually, no, it's fine. 14.
Okay. You just kind of, as you're kind of down there, as like the swell kind of goes down, you kind of go down with it. You just barely get out of the way as another wave kind of crashes in, the shark kind of like bobbing up and down. You got to time it just right. You do manage to avoid having Briar ripped out of your grasp. Briar, you feel just a little bit of water kind of like brush against the bottom of your feet, but you... All right, you do manage to get out of the way. Roll me a dexterity check, Briar, if you're trying to tie the shark up.
No, I just need to touch it so I can
Okay.
face step it onto the carpet.
Okay, sure.
Yay. Okay.
Sure. Yeah, sure, okay. I'll allow
It's
it.
a creature.
It's a dead creature, but yeah,
It was a creature.
I had to
yeah.
think about
Sure
it.
is willing. I can't really fight it.
I feel like
You're not wrong.
me calling a dead shark a creature may have bad implications for, like, it's a bad precedent. Like, you're gonna be like, oh well, this tree was once a living thing. It's dead now. Okay.
Am I gonna get hit by this shark?
It won't be like that.
We'll find out.
So, go ahead, Briar.
Good
Then you,
question.
Troy.
yes, go, if you're gonna face step it over there, go ahead and.
Okay.
Which season are you in?
Spring.
And it does.
I didn't change. That's what it does. Remember I face stepped the
Yeah, you can just teleport.
wizard off?
Okay. Okay, sure. So you're just gonna move it, and you're gonna stay fly in Aka's arms.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah. You.
Hopefully it won't die.
As suddenly as the. Marok, I do need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
This entire operation, I could just hear. Dun, 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 dun.
You just barely kind of get out of the way as the shark, and you kind of like. It almost pushes you off as you're kind of like hanging onto it now. It's a large shark and a small carpet, relatively speaking. But you do now have a shark up there with you.
Can I just have you seen Smoking Aces?
No.
Can I do the thing that he does with Ben Affleck when he like makes him talk? I'm not mad that you killed me, Marok.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Shark. I just need to eat you.
I just want to eat you.
Hopefully somebody at least knows the scene I'm talking about, or else it's just so weird.
So, yes, you do manage to do exactly that. In the meantime, Klee and Mara, what are you guys doing while your friends are shark fishing?
I mean, they said they'd be up. Don't know what happened.
Sure, they're fine.
Yeah, I'm sure they're fine. Maybe they went on an adventure without us. Huh? And then when they get back, they'll have like this huge story about how they slayed like bunch of zombies or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zombies.
Mm-hmm.
So, you
That's
guys
ridiculous.
you guys now leaving behind wakes of carnage. You do see as even larger predators have now come and begin to sweep up what mess you guys have left. But you do manage to retrieve your one large, semi-large shark. Taking
Keep
it.
trading up, guys. Keep
Yeah.
trading up. We got a Kraken. Come on.
Rock, go.
Fireball. Briar, do you see any mermaids?
No, I don't.
It's a mermaid.
There's never mermaids.
Do I know what a mermaid is supposed to be?
I think Briar probably would.
Oh, okay. Then I'll
They're
see it.
mermaids are one of the few creatures that are found both in the Feywild and in.
Oh, are they actually real?
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I wouldn't know. I would just have heard stories, right?
Yeah, those who are in the know may have seen them before. They're rare, but they're one of the few creatures that usually has some means to transport themselves between the Feywild and the material plane.
Well, with that information, can I look for some mermaids?
Are we eating mermaid tonight?
Go ahead and
No,
go ahead and roll me a perception check, Briar.
Okay.
It's like half cannibalism.
I heard if you kiss me, you
Um,
turn into a prince.
You're already a king.
24?
Oh yeah.
24?
You're downgrading.
Oh shit.
I have very high perception, and I rolled a 17.
Yeah.
We found the end boss, guys.
Yeah.
It's right here this whole time.
It's a mermaid.
You guys, neither of the two of you sees it, but Briar, you swear you can see kind of sitting up on.
I didn't roll a perception check
Okay.
for the.
I'll allow
Looking
it.
for a mermaid?
Go ahead.
17. Natural 17.
As I said
I'm
before,
just looking at the shark.
yeah, as I said before, Briar, you are the only one. As you kind of glance around, you do think you see a kind of younger face of a
Mhm.
person. You can't quite tell from the angle you're at if it is indeed a mermaid, but some sort of creature appears to be kind of reclining with their long red hair kind of flowing into the water on the side, staring at whatever you guys are doing. As it sees you notice it, it just kind of gives like just a bit of a wave.
I want
So
to
jealous.
Cleeple.
I give it a little wave back.
And with that, it kind of slips back into the water, and you see it
Wait,
no
what
more.
are you waving at?
What is she doing?
Oh,
Well,
you
I
hurt
was.
yourself against the shark?
No, it was a mermaid.
A what?
no, there was no mermaid. I would have seen it.
What's a
It
mermaid?
did. It was there though, and I heard it singing.
No. Now you're just messing with me.
I want to be where the battles are.
I thought you were gonna say
I
very best.
Wanna see them dying, running away, and oh, what's that word again? Oh, fear.
Fear. It's like go down so many octaves.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah, you guys now having got your shark and returned to the upper part of the cliff where Mara and Klee currently sit awkwardly in terrible conversation. But you guys come carrying a 220-pound shark, it looks like, as you guys see them approaching with a shark. What are you guys doing?
Who's the new
Where the
friend?
hell did you get a shark?
We're going to need a lot of knives.
Yeah, I'll say.
I can
I
make,
have-
I can make a dagger.
I have some daggers.
I can make a magic dagger.
Does
I really
anyone
should
know
be
how to?
surprised at this, but like, it's kind of cool.
I'm just gonna take a bite out of it.
I mean, we had a bunch of food rations on
I'll
the
s-
buggy.
Yes, but those were not sharks, Mora.
I'll start filleting what I can with my knowledge of sharks.
Can I use my talons to like? I assume I'm a bird person. I eat fish.
You do have a talon attack.
Yeah.
Sharks
Oh,
are a bit
God.
different.
Sure, you
though.
can kind of work and pull at it like with your talons to kind of rip off chunks as best you can.
I want to rip off a chunk and then firebolt it, and then
Oh, that would taste gross.
Did you say you were attempting to harvest anything before all this, Briar?
Yes, please.
Go ahead and roll me a survival check
Okay.
on this.
For my poor little cat friend who would probably love fish. 16.
Okay. Were you trying to salvage anything in particular? 'Cause you-
Shark
Just
bones.
the meat.
just the meat? Okay.
Maybe
I sent you a
a
little
shark
thing.
tooth would be cool.
Doesn't have any weapons or anything.
Look, I found a greatsword in its stomach. Wow.
You get that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
No, I don't think Marok would notice, and nobody else has eaten any yet. So,
Ooh, moron.
sure, yeah. You managed to rather easily carve out some of the meat. I mean, the hide on the outer part is a bit tough as you kind of get through it and cut through the inner bits. You do manage to get some of the shark meat out. Are you just feeding it to the cat, or what are you doing?
We're gonna be eating good tonight.
I was gonna cook some, and then I would just, do some like sushi, I guess, for the cat.
Okay. How exactly are you cooking it, for reference? Just over a fire, or what do you get? Because you guys haven't. You got all. I asked you guys where you were
Oh,
camping,
that's
and
so
instead
true.
we went on a shark fishing adventure. So I don't. Right now you're in
Well,
a wagon.
I
Drive
thought
to
I
the
was.
top of the wagon. Let's
put the
go.
shark.
We were setting up camp though.
Are you?
We're going to set up camp.
I
Eventually.
don't know anymore.
Let's take the shark, put it inside, turn this baby around, go backtrack a little bit, set up camp, wait for starlight so that some crazy stuff will probably not happen. Maybe it will. Who knows? And then we'll have tasty shark for dinner.
Starlight's my favorite of the 7.
That's good.
thanks.
Thanks. All right. So you guys do manage to backtrack it, but you find an area that's a little off the road, kind of bordering the woods, as you do set up a small campfire. You guys set up a little early. It's probably about 6 or so in the evening as you begin setting up this fire. Anything you guys want to do before you begin? I mean, obviously you're going to be cooking a shark, I guess, but anything else you want to do as you wait for evening to come and hopefully starlight to reveal something?
I'm gonna go pray for a second.
Okay.
I'll be right back. See you in a bit, I guess.
I'll like kind of go off a little further, just so like I'm out of earshot eyesight, kind of.
I'm gonna sneak into earshot of him praying.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
23
What
or
is-
21. No, wait, 22. Jesus fucking Christ.
Right in
Wait.
the middle.
Learn how to
So,
math.
21. Sorry.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I
guess.
can't beat that.
Even if you roll a 20.
Even
Okay.
yeah, natural 20 would have to. I rolled a 2.
All right.
I'm alone.
As you guys kind of begin setting up camp, you notice as Klee walks off, and then you don't know where Marok is. You get he's probably somewhere nearby. He's probably fine, but he definitely disappeared. Cool. Yeah. Do you want to take off everybody else take off your headphones except for Marok and
I get to listen.
Marok and Klee?
I didn't know it was one of these prayers.
yeah. Yeah.
I was just curious. That's gonna be interesting.
This is earlier than I thought. God damn.
I thought it was a little regular prayer.
You thought wrong.
So,
Oh no.
Klee, what are you doing as you sit down?
I am going to find a nice, comfortable spot.
Mhm.
I'm going to unwrap my book.
Okay.
And I'm going to open it up.
Okay.
And I guess the sun's starting to set right now, I'm guessing.
It's getting there, yeah. It's definitely beginning to kind of disappear as the kind of like golden reflection across the water is the last sign of the light of the day, yeah. It's
I'll-
becoming evening.
I'll open it up and I'll say,
Hey, you there?
As you kind of open the book, you see as there's just kind of a flicker of as the pages begin to open a bit, as in almost what appears to be a kind of spectral form of clay kind of sits down in front of you, full-sized and now appearing to be in better, at least more visible and more still not physical, but he's more tangible than he has been in the past.
So, we got out of the city.
Yeah, I see that.
We're headed to the pinnacle.
Right.
Actually, it was kind of weird. I heard from a Vestra. For the first time ever. I'd never spoken to her before, and then she actually responded. Which is kind of a little cool, but I mean, I know you and Mom and Dad, they often talked with her, and I'm like, I never get to do that. But no, I kind of get it now. It's cool.
What did she say to you?
that was a week ago. What did she say again? Fuck.
Well, I asked her for help for you, and I think she said to like continue on the path to continue to go to the pinnacle, which is what I'm gonna do.
Yes, I think that would be good. I've spent some time meditating. And I
Why,
think,
you don't sound so excited.
well, it should be no problem after what you acquired last time. But I think the next thing I may need is a sizable diamond.
Okay.
Really,
Well,
really, the larger you can find, the better. But Clay, I still have to say I'm not entirely comfortable. I don't know why, but I don't feel alone in here.
I saw someone.
What do you
Or-
mean?
I know we can't talk about this subject because every time we do, you disappear for a long period of time. But I know what you're saying. I felt it too, and these. I have abilities that I didn't have before, and not just from worshiping Avestra and this path I've chosen, but I can see in the dark really far. That's not normal, at least for us.
No. I don't know. I just think I'm still concerned, and if things go sour, I just want you to destroy this book.
No, you know I'm not going to do that.
Well, I think you have to.
Well, I think you have to stop saying that. The last time that you said I'm going to forget about you and live my own life, I told you that that's not going to happen.
Well, if something this dark is inside of this book, maybe it would be better for everyone if I just died with it.
No. That's not happening, and we're not talking about this right now. I know I'm not leaving you. I'm not sacrificing you. So I need you to get that thought out of your head. I enjoy our talks, and now that you're a little bit more stable, it's nice.
Well,
Enough.
I do feel more myself today, but I'm still forgetting things. It's like something's eating away at me.
I'm
And-
sure it's like some sort of side effect to, I don't know what's happening. I can't explain any of this,
Well,
but I'll find that diamond. At least we know what we're looking for now.
but Clee, what if these are thoughts? What if they're not mine? I mean, the Ethereum didn't really make things that much better. I thought that was it. I thought we would be out by now.
Well, we'll cross that road when we get there.
Roll me another stealth check real quick, Marok.
Oh no.
Just real quick.
20, non-natural.
Should I perception?
I'd say you can do it, just in case, yeah.
I was close, but no.
Okay. I say, it would be difficult for you to...
Yeah, I would have to roll in that 20.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Just be careful. I just don't think we're alone.
I know we're not alone, but that's not going to stop me. I've made it this far. Come on, like, you have to have some faith that I'm going to help you get back to normal.
Well, if anyone can do it, I suppose it would be you. And as you see, he kind of attempts to ruffle your hair feathers, and his hand just kind of passes through a bit.
I've always been good at cleaning up your messes,
Right,
ever since we were kids. And I'm not going to stop now.
right. Well, I hope to talk to you again soon, but I'm kind of nearing the end of my rope for today.
That's fine. It's as long as I get to just say hi, even just hi. It's enough to keep me going.
Right. Well, until next time. And you see as he kind of steps back and shrinks into the book as the pages kind of flutter closed.
Love you, Clay.
And that is going to be the last part of that, unless Marok, you're doing anything.
Run away. Scamper
Oh,
off like
I'll head back.
See if Empire notices this time.
headphones.
BB! 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 There we go. Yes! Got it. Okay, cool. I wish there was a way I could selectively mute each of you. so
That
you
would be
couldn't hear.
cool.
I don't think there is, though. Yeah, I can mute
It would-
you guys from
in
talking,
Discord
but I
you
can't deafen.
can,
Yeah, but
but
I
not
can't
this.
deafen you. Yeah, maybe we may end up swapping that very soon. Anyways, cool. So everybody's back. You guys see, as a few minutes later, as you've kind of got this fire prepared, while Briar, you've been kind of working on carving up the shark a bit. Meanwhile, Kat's kind of like, you see her kind of like picking at bits of it. The three of you see as like Mark kind of like comes trotting back in. And a few minutes behind him, you see Klee reappear.
So, how's that shark coming along?
Think it is going well.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Well, I said I was gonna go pray.
I meant the little one.
I pooped.
Oh.
Yes, you are growing.
I don't know if those two things really correlate.
I mean, if you grow bigger, you poop bigger, Klee.
Yeah, no, you're right. But he didn't say it was a big poop. He just said he was pooping.
It was pretty big.
Oh, then, as Briar said, you're growing.
Who is the little man?
Sounds almost creepy.
So, as
Oh man.
Briar has now, she rolled decently enough on her survival check so that she does kind of like bleed the shark out before
Okay, good.
before any of you eat it, except for Marok, who probably wouldn't notice the urea in the.
I don't even know what that word means in
He
real life.
he was licking blood off himself already.
That's true.
The uric acid that's in the fucking
From urine. Basically,
Yeah.
they excrete. Anyways, doesn't matter. Basically, it would have tasted like piss
Yeah.
if not properly survival checked. So, as you do kind of bleed the shark out a bit before you sit down and cook it, it now tastes pretty good as far
Wait,
as...
where's all the blood? She bled it out. Where's the blood?
I will say that Mara would have helped her kind of hang it from a tree and kind of bled it out that way onto the ground.
Okay. Can I get a lot of its blood and try to do a blood ritual?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really know what that means, and neither does Mark, but I'm gonna try it because I've read stories of blood magic.
Are you doing anything Are you doing anything in particular, or are you just playing with blood?
Well, I'm gonna like draw some stuff on the ground, some like symbols. Well, something I've seen in a book or something. I don't know.
Anything related to anything you've done thus far, or just you're gonna try and imitate something you think you've seen?
What do you mean anything I've done so far?
Any people you've talked to so far that might...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if I can do something with that, then yeah, obviously. I don't know if I would know how to do anything with that, but yeah, if I can do something.
I just didn't know if you were going to... Let me just message you real quick.
This is one of those conversations.
I was getting ready to take my headphones off.
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid that.
Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at, and the answer is probably yes.
There, okay.
Oh, if it doesn't work without it, then yeah.
Okay. As you kind of go up and get the blood and kind of smear it around in random symbols, just roll me a d20.
3.
You don't really notice anything happening other than the blood begins to kind of soak into the ground, and it doesn't appear to be too much, but the last bit of blood just kind of dripping out of the shark. Are you good?
Is he close by while doing this?
I mean, he's not too far. I mean, it's probably about 10 feet, 5 to 10 feet away from where the actual center of the campfire is, yeah.
What are you planning on doing?
I don't know.
Trying to summon something like a demon?
Oh, that would be super cool. You think I can do it?
I think you might. And then I'm gonna cast minor illusion. Oh, look at there! I think it's a hand.
And I'm gonna make like like a claw hand, like kind of like out of the ground kind of thing.
Roll me a perception check, Marok. And
Your
also-
insight or perception?
First perception just to see if you can see through the illusion.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hide that it's an illusion.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
No, I'm not
okay.
trying to like fool him or anything. It's just kind of like
Oh man, because I was gonna do the same thing back if I figured it out.
Another hand reaches up and grabs the hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna
Pulls
make
it
another
back
hand that's
down.
gonna smack that hand.
My demon's stronger.
You see as another hand comes up and like kind of the illusions kind of like
I guess it won't touch.
they don't touch. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
They kind of pass through each other. But yeah, you guys are having a fantastic time. playing
Looks
with-
like they're fighting.
I wanted to summon a demon for real.
Hmm. Well, I'm sure if you keep practicing, you might be able to. Just if you do summon a demon for real, make sure you don't attack us with it.
Now he'll be my friend.
Okay. As long as he's your friend, then we have nothing to worry about.
Okay.
And I'll go back to try to make my demon summon. Or
Okay. Are you doing the other thing?
Yeah, why not?
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
20 non-natural.
Klee, can you roll me a perception check?
I need to get a nat 20. 19. Yeah, wait, I don't. Yeah, I think my perception is literally +0.
All right.
Yeah,
Everybody take your headphones back off except for Marok.
Damn it, I was close.
Sorry, guys.
So as Klee has finished kind of joking around and berating you, as he goes to turn around, you do see the book just kind of poking out from the back of one of the side, like just out of the satchel, kind of underneath his arm. You kind of quickly wink and kind of pull it out. As he kind of like, he pats it right before you do, making sure it's there, and you just pull it right out as soon as his hand leaves. Now as you kind of look around, nobody appears to have noticed, as they all appear to be currently gathered around the fire. What are you doing?
I guess I will like put the book in the middle. Try not to get like blood on it.
Sure.
I like the thing I designed it like.
Is this working?
As you go and kind of take a little bit of blood and rub it into the pages, you see as it like almost kind of congeals for a second and bubbles and floats, and then it gets sucked into the book.
Oh,
At this point, the voice says, "This is not quite what I needed, but it is nice.
oh, what do you need?
Well, it's been a long time since I've tasted of blood.
Oh, do you want some more?
I would, but perhaps some of a different type. This could...
Oh, okay.
And I'll cut my hand and pour it onto the.
Okay. Just roll me a Constitution saving throw real quick.
6. Wait. Oh, con save. Oh, I got a +5 for some reason, so 11.
You have a +5.
Yeah.
Either way, as you kind of put your hand on there, you hear him goes, "Yes, this is good." And you feel like you hear is like just this hunger, almost like a gurgling sound in the voice, as it now not only you are bleeding, but the blood begins to be pulled out of you.
Oh, don't take all of it. You can just have a little.
And as you do this, though, you do faint. As the book appears to be a bit famished. Right. No.
I love being 5 years old, dude. This is so stupid. Headphones.
All right. You guys see Klee walking back towards the fire after him and Marok have a small conversation off to the side. When you suddenly hear a on the ground, as you look back, and Marok laying on the ground with a familiar book splayed open beside him. He appears to be unconscious.
What book?
Your book.
We all see this?
I fly there immediately.
And as this is happening, Marok, can you also make me a wisdom saving throw really quick?
Oh fuck. No.
Wisdom save 16.
Okay. Needed 15. Nothing happened. So, all right, you guys see as Marok is on the ground, you flying over to him. What is everybody doing?
I'm gonna bolt when Klee bolts, same way.
Oh, yeah, I'll run to him too.
Adam's watching.
You're just watching your son
child is
just face down in the mud, bloody
I just want
mud.
to see how this plays out.
Hands off parenting. I like it.
Oh yeah.
Well, Mara is used to Marok pulling a great number of tricks, so perhaps she is just
She's
Be gross.
just like
she's got
I'm used to it by now.
Like picking her nails, like, yeah, that's great, honey. Yeah.
So as the three of the rest of you gather around Marok's body, you notice that he is not currently breathing.
I'm gonna push him away from the book.
Okay.
Immediately, and like close it up and wrap it up as soon as I can.
I'm gonna
I'm-
try and get him to breathe.
Gonna cure wounds.
Oh, there
Yes,
you go.
I will.
All right.
Can I see them? Like,
Oh,
I'm gonna run over there.
As you look at his body, it appears to have been somehow a just massive blood loss, as his skin has taken, like, as you all go to examine him, Akka, you for the first time now, and Klee, noticing that he's not, in fact, the small Goliath child that you thought he was. As you kind of begin examining his body, you notice he's a goblin. And
You're in the background, just so disappointed.
as you look at his skin, the kind of what you would assume based on the way it looks is almost a palish blue hue of skin has now faded to a very pale white almost. It's as if somehow within a few instants he just lost a massive amount of blood.
Can I cast or can I do my lay on hands pool on him?
Sure. So between and Briar, what are you casting?
Cure wounds.
At what level?
Second level.
Okay.
It's okay. I don't think this is Morok. Morok is a Goliath.
I just start hugging him and like rocking him and just be like, it's gonna be awesome.
All right.
The fact that you're there and you can do that is perfect. This is
Am I
perfect.
having my character with you here, dude? It's gonna be so fun.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna strangle him. I'm gonna shake him.
I need all of you that are up to roll me a perception check real quick. As Briar, you begin casting this spell, and Klee, you also begin to attempt to use whatever holy magic you have left in you.
20.
Okay.
22.
16.
All right.
don't
Who?
have to
Everybody
recheck.
who rolled above 20, you
didn't.
Thanks.
you notice as Klee is standing there holding this book by his side, there's a small thin stream of blood that kind of trickles out of it and makes its way back towards Marok. You see as it enters a small wound on his hand and begins apparently putting blood back in him.
Oh.
As soon as you notice it, it retracts back, and you see that at least a bit of color is returned to his skin as you all begin trying to your best to revitalize him. Finally, you see as his chest begins to breathe in and out again as the wound on his hand closes up, and he appears to be awake. So, Marok, you are going to have a point of exhaustion for the next 24 hours, regardless of this night's long rest, because...
Mm-hmm.
All right, but he does appear to be back alive. He's still unconscious.
He's unconscious?
He's unconscious, but he is stable. He's currently knocked out, basically.
Where do you
But
put
I'm
exhaustion?
gonna hold him.
Flea,
Okay.
does your book eat people?
Where's exhaustion on this page?
Doesn't eat people per se. Remember when I bet it to Valikov and I said that the last person who touched this book, that wasn't myself, died? I wasn't really lying. Note for all of you, probably not a good idea to touch my things. Especially the book. It means a lot to me, and apparently it's very dangerous too.
Okay.
It tried to kill our friend.
I don't know if that's entirely true,
No, there it is.
right? He's still alive.
He wasn't like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
A book. I wouldn't
Uh-huh.
have imagined.
Like a
We
weird
should-
book to me.
We need to stop focusing on the book and start focusing on getting him better and waking him up.
But I saw a little bit of
I-
his blood leave the book and go back. Can you just open the book on him?
No, I'm not opening the book.
What is this book? If it's going to attack our party members, we should be wary of what it is.
It
Or
doesn't.
where you found the shirt.
It doesn't seek out to hurt people. It just if you get into contact with it, then it might. I don't know how it works exactly, but I'm guessing it's something like that. So just don't touch it, and we'll be fine. We don't have to talk about this. This never happened.
How come you can touch the book though?
That is a question. We don't have to talk about all of this, okay? I just said that.
Well, why not? We're only
Because
here
it's
trying to
hard.
help.
To talk about this, okay? I don't
let's
like
talk.
talking about this. This is my responsibility and my burden, and I fucked up. I didn't see him take it. I don't know why he would even take it. From now on, nobody touches it. Please.
Marak, you kind of now come to just a little bit with your eyes opening, noticing your mask is not currently on.
Rocky!
Where's my mask?
As you guys kind of look at his laying on the ground beside him as you took it off to revitalize him.
I'll pick it up and hand it to him, kind of like not making eye contact with him.
Oh, okay.
I think his book turned you into a goblin, Morok.
No, it doesn't do that.
It just eats people, Clee.
It doesn't. So I thought we were done talking about this.
Oh yeah, I got eaten. What
little
happened?
bit.
Mark, what do you remember anything?
Do I remember anything?
You don't remember much. You do remember the voice thanking you. And as you come to, though you're really tired now, you strangely feel a stronger connection to some of the magics you have access to than you did before.
Whoa. Well, I was trying to do a blood ritual to summon something,
Of course.
and then so I got that cool book that he had because I thought I might need something. And then there was a voice, and I gave him some shark blood, and he said it was good, but he wanted better blood, so I gave him some of my blood because he said he was hungry.
I think you gave him all of your blood.
I didn't want to give him all my blood. I just want to give him a little bit because he was hungry.
Morok, I need you to understand something. Don't touch my book.
Can I just-
Ever.
What if I just touch it like a little bit?
No. This isn't a joking thing, okay? You could have died.
Yeah, but I'll just be more careful.
No, it's not like that. You don't, this is one thing you don't get to decide to do.
Well, maybe you should take better care of your things.
Yeah, I
Maybe-
apologized.
Maybe you shouldn't be carrying around evil books.
I'm not getting rid of it.
Maybe we should get rid of you.
I will
mean-
gladly leave here if I have to choose between me keeping my thing, my book, and leaving.
I wasn't talking to Clay, if that's what you're worried about.
What do you know? What are you even talking about?
I know, I was talking to
No.
someone.
Enough. I
Would
turn to
Akka have
Akka.
known this?
I turned to Akka and did you tell him?
So Akka, you'd remember who Clay was.
I would know then. Okay,
it was
yeah.
it was Clee's brother who
Right.
somehow
Why
ended
would
up
you
dead.
bring up his name?
Well, because I thought you might be upset that I was talking to him, but I've never talked to him before.
Well, why would you tell him, Akka?
I told him nothing.
Then how does he know?
How would he be able to talk to him, Clee?
I didn't talk to him. I was talking to somebody else.
Well, is this Clay person, is it a book like Cat is a Cat?
Clay. Fuck. Clay was my brother. He's dead now. I don't like talking about it. So, if we could just move on. None of this happened. No more questions. No more talking.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of usher everybody kind of away and leave him alone.
Okay. As you guys make your way back to the fire, and Marok, you do your best to kind of like rewrap the areas of you that were kind of exposed as everybody was attempting to revive you in your goblin form. You guys make your way back to the fire. You sit down with Clee kind of off in the distance. You see him just kind of making his way a little bit away from you guys. But otherwise, the night at this point is fully come as you see clouds not behind the moon. As you see clouds kind of in the distance making their way kind of here and there with just as you look up, as they kind of dissipate a bit, leaving only a bit of scattered cloud cover, you do see just the faintest little bit of stars kind of just making their way through. So what are you guys doing?
I'm holding on to Rocky and I'm asking him if he's okay and how's he feeling.
I feel okay. I like feel a little stronger now somehow.
Why don't you get some rest?
Okay.
All right. So as Mara sits there holding Marok, Akka, and Briar, what are the two of you doing?
You said it like there's some starlight now?
A little bit.
Should
Little
we
bit, or-
check out the
It's
art?
it's coming and going as the little sparse clouds kind of pass by, but the sky's clear enough at times to where you can see the stars. Yeah. So, are the two of you heading back over?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
I'll hop on my magic carpet and go. So he doesn't
I'll
have
fly
to carry
beside.
me.
Okay.
I'll kind of signal to Clee to see if he wants to come, but
I'll follow. But like I'll keep my distance, kind of thing. Like, I don't know.
Okay. Very good. As you guys make your way back to where this place was, you now see, as you look, the moonlight has now much more illuminated the side of this archway here. And where there was once solid rock, you now see is a kind of small open pathway. It's about, again, only about 4 by 5 feet, so it's kind of smallish. Most of you, all of you, now that I think about it, would have to at least duck your head somewhat to walk inside. But it
wow,
is
it's really tiny.
It appears to be kind of a smoothly hewn, just path that heads back. You can't see the end of it from where you are, as it kind of goes up a bit, but there appears to be some sort of path there.
Should we go in?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Aarakocra.
Sorry, the path, it made me feel a little uneasy.
I'll head in for. It's dark in here, right?
Sure.
Okay.
As
I'll head in
you
first.
as you guys now kind of land inside, you do see kind of scrawled on the floor what appears to be some sort of. It looks like it's written like a signature, but it also appears to be kind of scrambled. But at this point, I really think Briar's the only one that has a chance. But all three of you, I'll just let all three of you roll me a history check real quick.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
I got a 3.
I got a 2.
I got
Hey.
6.
Oh my god.
What even is
I can use luck. I can use luck.
It's up to you.
Yeah, you get a
I'll
daily,
use
right?
it. I get like 3 every long rest. Okay, that was worse. I got a 3. Do we want to reroll?
Yeah, luck it up. We're gonna be resting soon, anyways, right?
Oh wait, I didn't double check if I could do 2.
Oh, multiple, right? You were gonna check.
Yeah, I think
I
you can only do
You
it
can only
once
use
per
one.
roll.
You have to use the new one when you use, or you have
Yeah,
to use
you-
one or the other.
yeah.
When
I think
use
you have to, yeah.
You have to use whatever the re-rolled one is. Yes.
Can
that's fine.
we stand here for a minute and concentrate on it?
You can. I mean, you can look at it. You can try and decipher it. I put it in the chat if you guys want to take a
Oh,
look.
it's in the chat.
Yeah, I put it in the chat. Basically, what the
Please,
script,
dumb, but Hunter's smarter.
what the script looks like. As you kind of look at it, it doesn't look like any sort of name you recognize.
Something the wise.
Lebmau. Maybe that's literally his name.
Yeah, Lebmau Hetsui.
Oh, with Lucky, you get to choose. I just looked it up. You can only use it once, but you can
Okay.
choose which one. So if it's worse, you can
Okay.
use the original, but
That's
you can't
the-
just keep luck dump.
It's the
Oh,
it's the
okay.
rogue
That
one then that
now.
you. Go
Yeah. Or halfling, I think it might even be. I know they have them too.
You're probably right on it being the wise.
Can I like? Is there anything magical around here, kind of thing?
How are you going to check?
That's a good question. I don't know if I actually have detect magic prepared. I do not, so I cannot.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, I would let you. No, do any of you have detect magic on available?
Ha!
Then
I can't see my stuff.
No, you're not there.
Maybe it's Womble the Wise. Alliteration's a thing. I heard about it. I don't know exactly what it is, but it sounds about right.
Would that make me
Wow.
Akka the Era Cochrane?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Womble the Wise.
maybe if you reach a town and can do a little research, you can maybe find out more about this. Is thus far.
Maybe
I will let
someone
you-
at Quit knows.
I will let you roll one more
Oh.
time now that you've kind of figured out or kind of attempted to decipher the name
Oh, gasp.
Oh, good. I got 5.
History?
for history. Yeah,
5.
Can I use an inspiration?
Oh, I never did. Oh,
you
I have
can
that
if you would
too.
like to.
I would like to. It's a D10 added
It's
to
a
it, right?
D10, correct?
I got 17.
Okay. And Akka, were you?
I was at
Rip.
5. I'm not going to use my inspiration because there's no way I could beat a 17.
Sure. What is your total, Clee?
12.
You're not quite sure, especially for Eric Cochran's. This character might not be the most familiar. Briar, in your kind of research of history and the things you've read, you have at least heard mention of a man named Womble the Wise.
I was right.
Womble. You had
Alliteration
the L
is
and
good.
E backwards.
No, that's what I said. Womble.
Yeah.
Womble the Wise is an almost mythical character amongst historians in that he appears to show up in all sorts of places all over the world. And the story goes that at some point in his adventuring, something scrambled his brain. And he was never able to speak properly again. He did have a scribe that would occasionally kind of try to transcribe, and that's what he wrote, and that's the only way that people in history knew what his name was or what he was doing. but somehow he appeared to have a bit of a knack for finding strange places or creating strange places, even going so far as to sometimes take things from one part of the world and hide them in other places for seemingly no reason. The few times that there have been confirmed discoveries of Womble, they've usually been with some interesting sort of treasures. Sometimes with traps, sometimes just with interesting puzzles. But he appears to just be an enigma of history in that he could be found anywhere from the depths to the highest mountains, or even in other planes on occasion. He appeared to make his way around a lot.
This means nothing to me.
What's a womble?
I don't know what a womble is. I mean, non-Aarakocrans have really weird names.
I told you, soft mounts, man.
Can I check around to see if there's any treasure? Is this like a small little area?
It looks like, I mean, it kind of goes up a bit, but the path continues from where you are now. In the darkness, the two of you, as Akka does not have dark vision, the two of you see a faint glow from up above where you are. It kind of continues upward, maybe another 30 feet or so, and then it looks hard to tell. It looks like the ceiling kind of planes out there, so it may be that it kind of planes out on the floor as well. It's kind of difficult to tell.
Can I cast dancing lights?
Sure.
Yay. Now you should see.
Yeah, and so Akka, you kind of see the same sort of things they do. Is it just appears to be a smooth path kind of carved into the side of the cliff face here. You can assume using some sort of magical means to kind of just smoothly kind of bore out this section, but other than that, right now it's just a very small tunnel. What are you guys doing?
Should we go into it?
I'll go into it a little.
Let's go deeper.
Okay.
Really? So eager.
Keep an eye out for diamonds.
So back in another cave.
Or really, really big diamonds.
So, as you guys make your way kind of up the next, it's not a super steep incline, but it does continue upward about 30 feet. As you make your way up there, you find a small chamber. It's actually circular, and sitting in the middle, just kind of hovering over a small pedestal, is this golden wand with different multicolored gems kind of all over it, kind of pointing off in random different directions. It looks very peculiar, but also very intricate and pretty.
That seems like a trap. But it also seems like it's valuable. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna start walking towards it as he's speaking.
Is there enough room to fly? I don't know how big
No.
this room is. No? Okay. Yeah, I'll start walking towards it as well.
Yeah, here the ceiling is maybe a little higher as you got up to the top. It kind of almost is a small bowl
I
shape, but
thought it was yeah.
it's still only maybe 7 feet high at
Gotcha.
most. Yeah, it's barely above your heads.
Does anything look threatening or trap-like in the room that I can see?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Or
Wait.
perception or investigation, whichever's higher for you here.
Okay. 25.
Damn.
Best you can tell, I mean, it's just a smooth room. You don't see any obvious places where there could be any sort of obvious traps or pressure plates or holes for darts to come out of, or anything that you'd expect in
Okay.
maybe a normal type of dungeon.
It doesn't look like there's any mechanical kind of trap.
Well, that's good enough
Does
for me.
anyone sense any magic, perhaps?
I didn't really prep that one today.
Paladins,
I'm
am I
ready.
right?
Yeah, right.
Can I just see if it's there's magic, kind of do an arcana check on this wand looking thing?
Sure. Do an arcana check.
Oh god. Intelligence-based skills. Oh, they're the death of me. That is a 7.
Looks like a wand. It could be, I mean, you gather the wand itself is magical.
Okay, I'm gonna go up there and grab it.
Here, I'm gonna hand him my quarterstaff. Why don't
Her
you
blood
poke it
gets
off?
sucked down to the walls.
It just immediately explode like Magneto style.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Can I take out my whip and being 10 feet away, kind of like try and grab it with it and bring it closer?
It's really an Indiana Jones thing, but yeah, I like it. Try it. And for reference, there used to be in like the old school D&D, you would used to have to buy like a 10-foot pole, and that's how they used to
Yes.
like check for traps
trap,
by
trap.
actually poking,
Yeah.
which is
I was gonna do it with my quarterstaff.
Oh,
yeah.
it's-
wow.
it
So
actually
smart,
makes
but also it ruins it a little bit for the DM.
it makes a lot of sense though.
It does. What am I doing? An attack roll or
It'll be an attack roll just to see how
12?
Or dexterity check.
you make an attack roll. You kind of like slap into the side of it, and you see like begin to fall off the edge of the pedestal, kind of tink 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 onto the ground.
Doesn't look trapped. Awesome.
I'm just gonna walk over and pick it up.
Okay, you pick it up. Seems to not do anything to you immediately. At the very least, you're not
We
dead.
have done it.
We got treasure.
We've done it. We are the best.
This feels a little anticlimactic.
Hmm.
Let's get out of here before we die. Oh, thank you.
Medusa's in the corner.
As we leave, all the mermaids are pissed.
I'll
Yeah.
get you next time, Gadget. Yeah, so you guys
Okay.
managed to leave the cave. You seemingly making no sense to you at all, but at the same time, you now have something in your possession. Who's taking the wand right now?
Well, I have it, but I don't know how to identify it. So I already seen Briar identify things, be like,
Maybe see what it does.
Okay, so in the meantime, while they're there, Marok and Mara, as you two have been alone at the campfire waiting for them to get back, or what are you guys doing?
I told him to rest.
Yeah, I guess I'm sleeping.
Okay. Very good. So you kind of go to sleep in Mara's arms as she's kind
I'm
of holding
just
you.
waiting to hear from
Oh, okay.
Coffee Guy.
coffee guy.
Let me check a thing real quick.
Yes, Tassimo.
Good old.
You
good
don't
old Tassimo.
Keurig.
Keurig,
The coffee
you don't hear anything from Keurig or the mage who is kind of going to act as your intermediary yet. You don't know if Keurig would have made it back by now or not, but at the very least, in this time frame, he does not yet reach out. So, as you now see the rest of your party return, with Klee kind of holding a very gaudy, golden, and kind of gem-encrusted, studded wand that just looks different. They sit down in front of you, all three of them now flying. You guys see as Mara and Marok are sitting at the fire with her just kind of cradling Marok in her arms at this point, him fast asleep. What are you guys doing?
Well, I would have given it to Briar to identify.
I will identify.
Okay. You spend the next few minutes kind of focusing on this wand, and it is very peculiar in that it seems to do a lot of different random things.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and put it into your inventory since you're the one that identified it. But it is a wand of wonder. And it has a large number of random effects, and I'll go ahead and put that in your inventory if you would like to read it. There we go.
Interesting.
If you would like to read any of it to anybody, that is up to you. But it is currently
Okay.
in your possession.
Okay. I gotta refresh.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna continue to act like I'm, identifying. Takes a while.
Yeah. Right.
The internet, just
Yeah. Yeah. It's not the
Sometimes I
connection's not good out here in the middle of nowhere. You gotta.
Yep.
Getting signal.
Yeah, you're getting only like 2 bars. And it's like
All right. As the evening is coming to sleepy time, you guys putting up any watches?
I can take first watch.
Okay.
I'll stay up with them.
Okay. Briar, are you going to give it back, or are you just going to identify it? And
I keep holding on to it.
Okay.
For
Must have
now.
read something she liked. Damn. Okay.
well, she can use wands.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
It's true.
I always
She's
forget because she crossbows things.
it's true. And slits
But-
throats. Yeah.
It slits throats.
with
yeah, and
with the
smiles.
best of them. Yeah.
Many things.
Many things.
She's a bard of wonder.
An enigma.
Very good. All right. So first watch, you said it was Mara and Akka.
Damn thing keeps
'Cause we're
recharging.
bestest
He's
friends.
badass.
Yeah.
What's recharging? Oh, the wand that I just gave.
Yeah, that.
Oh,
I,
you-
yeah,
You
that
looked it
is,
up.
Not yeah, that's not just like a temporary thing. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. I'll read it. So the wand has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and choose a target within 120 feet of you. The target can be a creature, an object, or a point in space. Roll a D100 and consult the following table to discover what
Ooh.
happens.
There's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of shit that can happen. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, some
That's
of it.
really cool.
One of my favorite ones is one of the earlier ones. It's literally just you are stunned until the start of your next turn, believing something awesome just happened.
Ah,
Wow.
I'm the best.
So
Double rain.
this, I mean,
Yeah. That's funny.
this couldn't possibly break the game in any way. So seems like a good object to introduce. So I thought it'd be
Great.
fun. So as the two of you, Mara and Akka, stay up with Marok fast asleep in Mara's arms. Klee, I assume at this point, you having
Yeah.
talked for the evening, you're also gonna pass out. And
Yep.
Briar kind of, you see her as you kind of go lay down, still kind of focusing as best you can tell on the wand. Briar, are you just gonna go to bed?
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
she cuddles up with it. Anything Akka and Mara are doing as you guys let the others go to sleep.
So, how's it been going, Akka?
It's been very good. Did you when you sent the letter to Keurig, did you include my saying hi to him?
Sure.
That is good. I like Keurig.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on a deception check.
Yeah, Mara,
11.
What did you roll?
She got an 11.
Oh, roll me an insight check, Akka.
Oh, 18.
You know she's lying.
I was gonna say you get the sense she may have forgotten it, but it certainly didn't make it in there. Either way, as best you can tell.
I'm sorry.
Very
It's
good.
okay.
When you try your
How are we still?
What you say? That you only meant well.
Are we still friends?
We are still friends. But I would like you to say hi to him.
Well, I haven't heard from him.
That is peculiar. Shouldn't he have already gotten to the surface?
I don't know.
Not yet. You
Okay.
keep hoping, but as of now, Kirk has not yet responded.
Maybe he has forgotten me.
Maybe he's forgotten to me.
Not everything is about you, Mora.
Okay.
As the rest of your guys' watch goes on awkwardly, between the two of you now, thinking you're still friends, but kind of unsure.
Oh no, we know we're friends.
their
It's fine.
competition.
It's fine.
Who are you going to wake up next for the watch?
Fire.
I'll do a watch.
Are you feeling up to it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got some blood back.
All right. As you guys wake Briar and you see his mark just kind of like stretches a bit, like seemingly uncomfortable, kind of that too tired to sleep kind of tired. As the two of you lay down, Marok and Briar, the two of you now take the second watch. What are you guys doing?
Are you still messing around with that wand? Would I notice?
Oh, I would not have it out right now near you. No, sir.
No!
Got him.
I want you to cast it on me.
I don't know if you want that.
Oh, we are not
Love
doing
that.
that. No. Okay.
So,
Hello.
Whatever compelled you to grab that book from Klee?
Well, I mean, I've been grabbing it the past few weeks from Clea. Just this time I got caught.
You mean you've been stealing from him?
No, I just borrow it so I can talk to the person in the book.
Well, who's the person in the book?
I don't know. It's just some guy, and he said he's gonna give me a bunch of powers. And then some lady appeared later, and she was like, "You gotta betray the bad guy in the book."
I should have
And
made
then-
you other guys take your headphones off.
Ah, gee. Oh my
No,
god.
it's good. It's fine. This is fine.
And then I don't know who to trust. And,
Talking really loud, so.
and then I was gonna talk to the guy in the book again, and then he took all my blood.
And that was because he was hungry.
Yeah, he said he was really hungry, so I wanted to give him some food.
Well, that is very kind of you.
Yeah. I don't know, he seems pretty cool.
Well, I mean, I can understand being hungry.
Yeah, I've been
The
hungry.
blood's kind of odd, though.
Maybe he's like a vampire or something. I don't know. He's in a book.
That is true. Maybe he uses it like ink.
No, it sounded like he was eating it.
Oh. Well, what would Klee be doing carrying around a book like that?
Well, I have an idea, but I don't know if I should say it.
Well, why not? We're friends, aren't we?
Yeah, you convinced me. So it sounded like I also was. I wasn't pooping earlier. I was spying on Cleve because he said he was going to do a prayer. And I was interested, and he was talking to his brother who's stuck in the book. The other voice told me that his brother was in the book, but I didn't know anything about it. And then I saw him.
So there's more than one voice from the book?
Yeah, well, because I saw him talk to that clay person, and I've never talked to the clay person. I only talked to the demon-sounding person.
Oh. A demon-sounding person.
Yeah, he sounds really cool. He said he'll give me a bunch of powers.
Oh, yes, that's what they normally promise.
I want powers.
Well, you have all the power in the world if you can defeat a demon.
Yeah, but I mean, I could just become his friend, or what if he's just misunderstood?
You think so?
Briar, real quick, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Okay.
Oh shit. Y'all are touching on things you shouldn't be.
9.
Okay, we'll talk later.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm scared. Okay.
Yeah, like maybe he's just misunderstood. I don't know. Also, I am a goblin.
Well, I know that. I remember you showed me your face quite some time ago.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Now everybody knows, and they're gonna think I'm stupid.
Well, I don't think they'll think you're stupid.
My mom said I'm not supposed to show anybody that I'm a goblin because people don't like goblins.
Well, they have all sorts of kinds of people, like, the orcs, for example. Some of them have green skin, like goblins.
I don't have green skin.
Well, I've seen goblins with green skin. You know, my skin changes color all the time.
Yeah, well, that's different because you're not a goblin. I just
No.
want to be a big cool Goliath, but I'm a stupid goblin.
You're not a stupid goblin.
Well, I feel like if I'm not allowed to show my face because everybody hates it.
Well, I don't hate it.
Yeah, that's true.
What if when it's just all of us, since everyone knows, you don't have to wear the mask?
I don't know. That's pretty scary.
Well, it would just be with us. You can put it back any time that you're feeling too scared.
I'll think about it.
Very good. As your watch comes to an end, who are you guys waking up? Clee, I guess. As he's
I'm not waking up Clee.
Okay.
I'm going to bed before he gets woken up.
Little fake snores.
All right, so Briar, are you gonna wake up? Are you gonna wake up, Clee? Okay. Clee's you.
Yeah. Okay.
Is anyone up with me, or is it just me?
It's just you.
Perfect. Question.
Yeah.
Can I wait for everyone to go to sleep and just kind of do my rounds, walk around the camp and stuff, and then where's everyone sleeping right now?
Where are they sleeping? I mean, I assume kind of
Near the
gathered around the
fire.
camp. I mean, you guys are welcome to sleep in the wagon, but the campfire is right outside. That's up to you. It's not quite yet cold enough to need the campfire, but it is kind of getting chilly at night.
Yeah. How am I able to pick up Morok and then fly straight up in the air?
I'm still holding.
Well, he got up for his
You're not
thing. That's
anymore.
Yeah.
Got up for a watch.
I have higher strength now. I have more
No,
strength.
it's not a
than-
question of strength.
I have -1 strength.
It's not a question of strength. Are you trying to be quiet about it, or are you just grabbing?
I'm just walking around the camp doing my watch and then just kind of grab fly. He's sleeping.
Sure. I would say if he's asleep and not in Mara's arms, then yeah, you probably can rather easily.
Come back to sleep with my arm.
Nah, probably not. Coming to your sleep, so I'll probably just go and just lay down somewhere.
So as you see this kind of pile of robes laying on the ground that is Marok, you do go to grab him, and you do manage to scoop him up. As you begin moving, Marok, you wake up pretty quickly as you feel yourself being lifted.
Yeah, I would 100% scream because it'd freak me out.
So you guys, the rest of you, are you going to try and escape, or are you going to are you just going to
Well, can I try and before they fucking kind of stealth into the sky as fast as I can, away from the campfire? They'll hear the scream.
Explain to me how you're going to stealth fly.
Well, before they look
from
up and shit, just be the.
Oh, I mean, you're moving as fast as you can. It would be more like a ha,
I wasn't
Okay.
planning on
Did I
twiddling
hear?
in my arms. I was gonna pick him up with my talons.
And yeah, if I'm
being
being grabbed in the middle of the night, I would freak out and try to wiggle. Of course.
So I need you to roll me either just strength or athletics check for you, Clee, and then acrobatics for you, Marok. This is a kind of a grapple contest.
5 total. I rolled a natural 2.
It's a contesting thing. Is that?
Yeah, so you need to beat his score.
I rolled an 8.
Yeah, that beats it.
So a little clumsily, but you do manage to grab him and just fly straight up into the air with a small yip as you guys take off at least fairly quickly, as fast as you can move. You would have heard him as you kind of wake up and look around. However, as you certainly don't have dark vision, you wouldn't know where to look, and neither does.
You wouldn't.
Are you wearing them in this?
Sleeping in the goggles?
I like to look cool when I sleep.
You're not sleeping in goggles.
She
You
just
don't
never.
know
She just
what
never
life-
takes them off.
Am I awake and did I see this happen at all?
So the three of you roll me a perception check with disadvantage,
Okay.
as you were all coming out of sleep.
Roll for me.
Oh yeah. Perception
roll
disadvantage.
stealth or
Nat
something?
15. Oh wow.
I got 6.
You go ahead and roll stealth.
You said
Also
perception?
disadvantage because you're. Yeah.
Mara got a 16 perception with disadvantage.
Okay.
Nat
I
15,
got
nat
a,
17.
14, 15, 16, 17. With disadvantage.
What did
I
you
rolled
get,
a
Briar?
20 on one and
A nat 1.
Oh, she goes cross-eyed, hurts herself.
Mara, you think you hear like a like go up, but as you try to look around, even as you put on your goggles, you cannot quite see.
Just a mosquito.
Anything.
Don't worry about it.
As you look around, however, you all three notice that Klee and Marok are gone.
Maybe he has taken the book again.
I want to go Briar.
What, Mara?
I want to go wake up Briar.
No,
and-
you're all three awake now.
Yeah, we're awake.
Oh, I want to be like, where's Rocky?
Aka, go follow him.
I can't see anything. I can't even feel them.
Is it that dark?
I mean, there's a little bit of very dim, like, moon and starlight,
Starlight.
but you can see okay, but Akka can't see shit outside of the fire. Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
I can try and feel them if you would like. I'm gonna
Okay.
dash straight up.
Come
I'm
on.
going to-
Yeah, I'm gonna go on the. I'm gonna go on the
Alright, what's
magic
happening? No, all right,
carpet and bring.
what's
Mara.
happening between us?
Okay, so before we
Yeah.
get to all that, as you are all are scrambling trying to figure this out, about a couple hundred feet in the air at this point, with Marok still just screaming.
Stop struggling or you're gonna fall.
What are you doing?
Well, I need some privacy to chat with you for a second.
You could just woken me up. We could
No,
just
no,
gone
no.
by the river or something.
No, this is fine. What the fuck do you know about Clay?
I don't know
Where did
much.
you hear his name?
I mean, you're talking to him, and the other guy said that he's trapped in the book.
So you were watching me.
Well,
Okay.
only one time because you said you're doing a prayer, and I wanted to see if the person you prayed to is the same lady that talked to me.
You said that there was someone in the book.
Yeah,
Why would you grab my book?
because I wanted to summon a demon.
Well, you're not going to do that with my book.
Oh, that guy seemed like a demon. And then that lady talked to me and told me to betray the voice in the book. And I just don't know. There's a lot going on, man.
What have you been saying?
Do you guys have the book with you right now?
I would, absolutely. I wouldn't leave it behind anywhere.
What have you been saying? What? This is confusing and I don't like this. You are not to touch my book ever again.
At this point, Marok, as you are kind of like scrambling and looking around the various clouds kind of passing by, you do see the face of the lady, and you just, as she's looking at you, you just see like a single finger, as then the next cloud passes and she's gone.
Oh.
I need you to say that you understand. You're not to touch my book. You're not even to come near it, even thinking about touching it. Okay?
But the guy said that I could.
I don't
help him.
care. I don't care what he said. He could have said that there's a million golden coins in it for you, but no, you're not touching it. You're not going near it. This is not a joke. This is not a game. These are people's lives on the mountain. This is just too much. I can't believe that you would even do this. Actually, I can. I can believe it because you don't think sometimes about the consequences of your actions. You just do.
Well, okay, I understand that, but I think that I suggest that we get a second opinion.
I've been
I
with this book
cast
for years.
suggestion.
Oh, shit.
What does he need to make?
If he's grappled, can he cast spells?
You're only holding. I mean, he's not restrained, so yes.
Oh, okay.
Suggestion I think is voice too. Yeah. It's a wisdom 15 save. And if you make it, then you can go on with your sentence of whatever you're saying, because it just won't work.
So you said wisdom?
Wisdom 15.
It's 15.
Fuck.
Do I know that he's casting a spell?
I don't know.
Suggestion you wouldn't know.
Yeah, so it's just like me saying it, and then you just
okay.
continue with a sentence of no or whatever you're saying.
You can roll a quick Arcana check, but you'd have to roll, especially in your current circumstance, it would be a little difficult to tell as he's kind of hanging.
Yeah, I only got a 13.
Yeah, I don't think you would have noticed then.
That's fine.
Uh-oh.
What?
No, we're good.
Oh, but this is not the time or the place to be turning into potted plants.
You both turn into
I was
potted
gonna
plants.
Yeah, right? A ball of fire, I would have been able to see them, though.
I need you to say that you understand. That you're not to go near this ever again.
But the guy,
I
he said
don't
I get a
care.
bunch of power.
Do you really think he's gonna give you powers? He'll take your life. He almost succeeded tonight.
He was just really hungry.
Yeah. And he's gonna always be hungry.
Not if I feed him.
Yeah, but you'd be dead.
No, not me. I'll feed him other stuff, like horses or something. I don't know. Go to a blood bank. I don't know.
You're in way over your head here. You don't even know what you're talking about. This goes way beyond you, and I've have the most experience with this book. I've been trying to keep it safe for a long time.
Okay, let's compromise. So
Stop smiling, Mason.
okay. If we could just get 1 second opinion, then we can just come to an agreement.
I'm gonna try suggestion one more time.
Son of a...
Unless it doesn't let me.
I think it's 24 hours. You get... Maybe
see.
I'm wrong. If I've saved on it once.
That's why I
Some
don't like.
stuff.
That's why I don't like this spell.
No, I
No.
can do it. I can do it again. I'm not gonna keep doing it. I'm just gonna try one more time.
Ugh, gross. Let's see. 16.
Fucking bullshit.
Wisdom for a fucking paladin, man.
Oh yeah, true. Your wisdom.
Wisdom
I
save,
forgot.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
There's no second opinions. I showed this book to that magic weapon maker or whatever, and she immediately kicked me out. That's the second opinion. That it's bad.
Well, yeah, but what makes you qualified more than me? Maybe we can set both of them free. You can hang out with your brother, and I can hang out with the cool guy.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
I know. I'm saying we can do both.
No, this is not for you to decide. This is not your mission. This isn't some game. You keep acting like it's some game, but he's in there and he's hurt and he's
Yeah, so is the other guy, and he's really
no,
hungry.
he's different. He did this.
Oh, who is he?
That's the big question. And I don't want to find out.
Hmm.
I don't want the answer to that.
Okay,
not-
fine. I'll never look at the book ever again.
Or touch it.
Or touch it.
You guys hear as Akka is apparently just flown past you at full speed.
Jesus. I'll scream out, Akka!
You,
I found them.
He's choking me. I'm
I'm not
dying.
choking him.
Oh, God.
roll me a performance check, Mark.
Six.
The way you respond is like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix or something. Like, I found them.
Found him. Whoa.
I wrote a 6 performance.
Okay. Yeah.
6 on performance.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
boy.
hear Marok just making a nonsense, a bunch of sound, as though he's being attacked, but clearly not.
What is going on? Why did you grab him and come up here?
Well, in all honesty, we needed to talk. Him and I, away from everybody. We've done that, and we've come to an understanding.
Okay.
Whew. Don't like this whole honesty thing between the
Can
group.
You
Gotta
put
do
the
it.
whole... Sorry, can you put him on the carpet with me? Please?
Oh, are you up
She
there
would've
with
came
us?
up with me.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah.
You can take him.
Okay.
And
Is,
I'll hold my arms out for him.
is Mara on the carpet with you as well?
I think she stayed down there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I want
Boys will be boys, she says.
I want to do something so fucking stupid.
Fireball.
No, not even.
Roll for it.
Go for it.
Right, hang on. Okay, I'm doing it. Aka, catch me! And I'm gonna jump and fly. I'm gonna just free fall.
All right, I'm gonna
Okay.
stall, fall back, and I'm gonna fly straight down after him.
Oh no.
Trust fall.
I'm glad that you were up here to see that he jumped. Do not want to be responsible for that.
Fair.
Oh boy.
Go ahead and roll me a dexterity check.
Oh yeah.
Gets a nat one, right?
Right? Yeah, exactly. 20. Not
Okay,
natural.
that's good.
Within maybe 3 seconds, you manage to kind of fold your wings back and just peregrine falcon style dive down and you just snatch him as he's falling. You guys.
I'm gonna continue going down at full speed with him in my arms.
Okay.
Wait, are you on the ground?
I'm gonna aim towards the fire.
Just like to go over it.
Just to go, I'm diving straight down with him.
Okay.
I'm holding him and I'm still
pointing
going at
to the
full
light,
speed.
basically.
Terminal velocity.
You
Let's
guys,
go.
yeah, you guys come screaming towards the ground. As Aka, you like at the last second, like
Last
take a
sec-
few flaps of wings and settle down, and take a little seat beside Mara, with Mara kind of now sitting in front of you.
Pint is so not happy.
You didn't know that. You didn't know that part happened.
I have found him.
Last you know is I got kidnapped and I'm very scared.
Huh?
I said you don't know I jumped out and Aka saved me. You don't know I just free fall, but you do know I got kidnapped. Or
I
something.
did.
My keen senses did not
What
fail me up
happened?
there.
Stupid Clee snatched me up.
Oh, just wait till Clay gets out.
And he told me I'm not allowed to look at the book or to play with the demon anymore.
He's not allowed to tell you to.
Go speak to their manager, Pint.
Oh man. So I guess we make it back down.
You guys
Yeah.
arrive a few moments later, as you hear, just in the distance, Marok as he's like waving around and talking angrily to Mara. But yeah, you guys arrive back to the ground.
I just stand up.
When are you gonna stand up?
Shots fired. Get down.
Well, Mara pretends that she's role playing, so pretend that she's like 5 feet taller than that.
Yeah. And I'm just like towering over Flea.
Yeah, I'm just like, aren't you all supposed to be resting?
Aren't you not supposed to be kidnapping my child?
Is it though? He's a goblin.
Yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
You got a problem with that?
Absolutely not. What I do have a problem with is lying. Like, the entire time.
I have a problem with kidnapping.
Oh, well, if he's a kid, then that's one thing, but he's just a goblin, so... Is he even your kid?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he is.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
half Goliath? Do you have like a goblin
I
husband?
feel like if he was a half Goliath, he'd be a little taller.
The point is,
I mean, you lied too, Clee. You didn't tell us what's in that evil book.
yeah.
Well, no one asked. And even if they did ask, it's not their business.
You You
It's
didn't
too-
ask if I was a goblin. You just said I was her son, and I am because it's my mom,
Hmm.
and she loves
That's
me.
right, Rocky.
Well,
Yeah.
I still have my watch. If you're gonna stay up, stay up. I don't care.
No, I'm going to sleep.
So as the rest of you settle down for sleep, Clee, you now keeping the last watch until the sun rises. Briar, can you roll me a d20 real quick?
Oh yeah, she failed that. Did you have to talk with her alone?
I mean, not right now.
12.
You don't know what she failed. Shut up. Or if
You
she
said, no, I
failed,
don't know what
she might have
failed.
succeeded. It could have been a DC 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a 12?
Yeah, 12.
Okay. Sure. Just for a moment, you feel from your crystal that you have on you, you feel like a small beckoning, but at the moment there's no further contact.
Okay.
Okay, so as you guys finish out the rest of the evening, the sun rises the next day. You guys are rather awkwardly kind of begin to gather up your things and saddle up the horses and get the wagon ready to go. It takes you the better part of the next 2 hours to make your way to Quit, which is a small, very small village. No walls to speak of, just you see the road kind of leads into it. There's just various small houses scattered around. Like a small tavern, a blacksmith, like the very basic essentials for this to be a functioning town. On the outskirts now, kind of more inland and away from the shore, you guys do see there is a small bit of farms that appear to be out there, a little bit of farmland of some sort. Like maybe it looks like when things are all in season, like they probably would be growing a few different things, and it appears to be kind of the end of their fall harvest now, so any of the things that would have been there mostly have been already kind of picked over, but it appears as though this kind of small farm supports most of Quit, and perhaps they maybe sell exports, but otherwise it's a very small, quaint little town, relatively close to the coast of Listoria. As you guys make your way into the town, there's just a few people milling about, but otherwise it's a relatively quiet village. What are you guys doing?
And mad.
Fireball.
Burn.
I'm going full heal.
The shopkeep disagreed with me. Fireball.
Fireball.
Oh, well, if you're not going to give me a discount, you're never giving anybody a discount.
All right, so you guys make your way into Quit, with the eventual goal currently being to reach the Tempest Peaks, or at least it was so far, according to the journey that Klee and Akka had to make. You guys kind of roll into town, just kind of trundling along. There is a small inn. You see this small stable kind of nearby, but otherwise the town is relatively unremarkable. What are you guys doing?
Well, I don't suppose they sell giant diamonds here.
You're always
Maybe.
saying weird stuff.
He needs it for his brother.
No more.
I mean, you do.
No more talking.
What? You don't have to lie about it. We're being honest now.
I'm gonna like fly out and like next to the cart, and I'm not inside of it.
Briar, are you still driving?
Sure.
Everyone else
Somebody-
is bad with animals.
Somebody has to.
I'm not.
I'm actually good with animals.
I'm
not bad.
I just refuse because horses are filthy beasts.
They are.
Land runners.
Ugh, gross. Pre-glue.
Very good. Are you guys planning to spend the night here, or are you going on?
and quit.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't
mean,
it like
only-
super? Isn't it super early?
Yeah, at this point, it's a little before lunchtime. You guys got there pretty quick.
Yeah, we can continue.
I
I'll
wanna look
probably
around the
look for
town.
like I'll go to the shop, see if they
Okay.
sell giant diamonds.
Where are you continuing to?
Well,
Oh shit, you're
I was
right. We
gonna
should
say
ask
we have
around.
to
Yeah,
ask
we need to
around,
ask around for
see
the,
if
the
anyone-
Tempest.
I know this is new for you guys as you've been starting
My
in one
bad.
town.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to
Yeah, I'll go,
breadcrumb you.
I'll go to the shop.
Okay.
Because I
What-
feel like if anybody's gonna get lots of travelers and hear lots of stuff, it's probably gonna be him.
So you're
I'm
going
gonna
to
go to the
Go ahead.
inn.
I'm gonna. Okay, never mind.
I'm
I'll
gonna go to,
wait.
like if there's like a bar or a tavern or something.
Yeah,
There
let's
is, yeah.
go to an inn.
I'm gonna go to like a bookstore.
I'm gonna follow Briar and Oscar.
Hunter, stop.
You mother. Mother.
Let me D.
It's what my character would do.
Oh, man.
Okay, so we have one person. Hunter, you said blacksmith.
No.
What did you
I
just say?
said
What-
shop.
Said
Just
shop.
a shop
General
in
store
any shop?
A diamond
General
shop.
store, if you will.
Okay, actually, everybody roll me an investigation check.
A diamond shop. I'm going to Jared's.
Went to Jared's.
You went to Jared's.
You need to roll for me too.
I will.
I got a 6.
That's an 11.
I got a
15.
I got a 15. You have a -1. She got a 10.
What? So you had a 15, Briar?
No, oh, I got a 15 as well. She got a 10.
Okay. As you guys kind of park your cart at this almost this little stable area, it seems to be kind of general purpose for the tavern. As you begin all kind of looking around, I mean, this is small. You can see one side of the town from the other. There appears to be a shop. As you kind of dig around a little bit, you see a few other small places that sell maybe like food items, but outside of that, there's only like a single general shop.
Oh, so we're all going to the same place basically.
Yep.
Okay.
I wonder if they buy shark.
I don't know. Did you guys didn't ever harvest anything but the meat? So
I said I wanted the bones.
you
when I was
want?
sticking
Well,
it
there
with
are
my
no
thumbs.
bones in a shark other than the teeth.
I want. That's what I want.
Fucking idiot!
I said
I
I
want
got,
the teeth. Yeah.
What?
Just kidding. I don't know. if the
I said I
fucking
got
bones
one too.
Okay.
They have
so
cartilage. They don't
Bri-
have bones.
Yeah.
Briar, you
went
took
for
you
it.
took a tooth.
Yeah.
That is kind of crazy. I didn't know that.
You guys didn't know sharks didn't have bones?
Why would I need to know that my day-to-day?
Shark Week. All of my.
Did you
my,
not?
it's
Did you
been
not
popular for
have an
less-
My weeks
education
of
growing
studying
up?
marine biology.
Yeah, oh, I'm a shark major.
Yeah. Oh.
No, I learned that in
Shark
maybe
major.
I learned that in maybe kindergarten.
I learned how to paint in kindergarten or something. I don't know.
I learned how to take naps.
I learned how to
Fuck
step in
Alright.
paint and make
Yeah, they're
footprint
like,
paint
all
for
right,
my
so
mom.
this is an A. Sharks don't have bones. We get it. You went to private kindergarten.
I did actually.
I figured.
you. That explains it.
So
Oh.
I'm the dungeon master. All right, so
Right.
as you attempted to look for shark bones, it was weird. There weren't any.
Huh.
You do,
Most fish
however,
have bones.
you did see that the jaw and the teeth appeared to be made of bone, but other than that, that was all you found. So, Briar, you grabbed a tooth, just one.
Yep.
I would have harvested the whole mouth. I went for bones and I didn't find any bones. I want all the goddamn teeth.
Okay, we'll let you roll a survival check in retrospect. Then go ahead and
Okay.
roll one real quick.
Oof.
Such a kind,
11.
gracious DM.
You
I'm gonna use my inspiration, actually, Mason. Okay.
Go for it.
There we go. That's +9 on that.
Whoa.
So 20.
Damn.
with a sudden burst of inspiration, you do manage to carve away around the jaw and get a rather clean bit of the mouth off. And as you kind of like go and scrape off most of, shut up, Pint. As you do manage to scrape away a lot of the soft tissue and kind of clean it as best you can in the fire. Other than the tooth that Briar took, you do have, which is not out of place for a shark's mouth, you do have a kind of full jaw of a shark. Well, write down medium-sized shark jaw.
Perfect. Wicked.
Just note that somewhere.
That was my notes. So happy I have all of these.
So, now all of you heading into this singular sort of shop. It's a bit like a convenience store in that you see a few basic things like maybe a couple food items and potions. There are a few various different little books laying around, but otherwise it's just kind of a knickknacks and general supply store for the village.
Can I go up to the shopkeep and be like, kind of low key?
Sure, roll me a stealth check.
15?
Okay. Nobody has a passive perception higher than 15. Briar has, I think, 15, right?
I've got 16. Oh no, sorry, that's insight. I lied.
My passive is 17.
Holy shit.
Oof.
Okay. Nobody else but Briar seems to take note of you walking up to the shopkeep and you kind of like casually lean on the counter.
Can you reach it?
It's like barely. It's
Actually
like,
leans on the counter.
it's kind of like,
Excuse me.
yes, how can I help you?
So I'm an ancient wizard, and you wouldn't by chance happen to have any like demon books or any demon relics or anything you're selling, like in the back or something?
Roll me a deception check.
1.
Oh,
With if I'm adding stats, it's a 10, but yeah.
She kind of looks around. Do your parents know you're here?
Yeah, my mom's over there.
Hi, I'm his mom.
Oh, but look,
And I cast
I'm gonna walk over.
I'm gonna cast mirror image
to-
and be like
oh,
and make 3 more.
told you I'm a wizard.
All right. Did you already roll for wild magic?
We're good.
Okay.
7 potted plants up here.
Yeah. You
no
see as
fireballs on your position.
We're getting up there, boys.
you see as the clones of Marok all appear around him as you begin approaching Briar. They're all kind of mirroring what he's doing at the moment. He says, it was a very interesting trick. So what exactly are you looking for?
You know, anything just like demonic or something. If you have like some ancient relics, if you're
Do
like
I hear this yet?
At this point, you would, especially with 17, as you make your way up to him.
it's like we found this ancient book and it's supposed to be evil and we keep it in the back and we don't sell general people, that kind of stuff.
I'll walk over and say, "Oh, are you telling people your stories again? He's going to be a wonderful bard someday."
No, I'm shopping.
I don't have much, but I may have one small book that at some point in the past may have been used for such things. It depends on what you're interested in, I suppose.
So what's that book? What's it about? What's it all about?
Give me a moment as he goes back and
Sorry, what book is he looking for?
I'm learning how to read Elvish.
roll me a deception check.
Oh fuck! Am I still exhausted?
You are, and Briar, go and roll me an insight check.
Oh man, dude, a fucking 12, stupid disadvantage.
Oh dear.
Wait, is that ability check?
That's an ability check, yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Fuck.
Insight? I got 7.
Yes, I got a 12. Yes.
Yeah.
It sounds as though Marok has been absolutely infatuated by the sound of the elven speech.
I was trying to keep it a secret so we could have cool conversations, but now the surprises are ruined.
And all my little mirror images, dude.
Yeah.
Just like for me, we're all like, oh, me.
A few moments later, the shopkeep does return with a book. He says, I'll be honest, I don't know much about it, but it's, as you can see, he kind of flips through a few of the pages. It is written in Abyssal, so it's about the only thing that I've got that may be matching your description.
Perfect. I'll take it. How much?
Wait, I thought you were learning Elvish. Why would you need an Abyssal book?
Well, I'm learning. I said I'm learning about the Elvish people.
Shopkeep, this isn't the correct book. Please go get an Elvish one.
What?
How much is the book?
It'll be
That's not the book that you want.
I'll get both of them. I'll get also a book on how to speak Elvish too.
let me see what I can find. He goes and he comes back with a small, like, Briar, what you actually recognize as a rather common children's book for small elven children. He kind of like slides both of them over. He says this is definitely one of the more odd combinations of a transaction that I've had in a while, but the total, and you kind of see just 10 gold for the two of them.
Well,
Okay.
what is this other book for?
Can I give him 15 gold? I take my books.
Well, I don't actually know. It's just written in Abyssal, so I've never been able to decipher it. Just had an adventure come offloading a few random things, and it seemed interesting.
Interesting. Oh, well, thank you.
Of course, anytime. If you need anything else, I'll be right here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. At this point, as the rest of you are kind of mulling about the shop, is anybody else doing anything?
I would probably approach the shopkeep. I really only came here for directions.
Okay. Yes, can I help you?
Yeah. Hi. We're kind of not lost, but we don't really know where to go on this leg of our journey. We're looking for what you guys call the Tempest Mountains or the Tempest Pinnacle.
The Tempest Peaks, yes, they're,
Yeah, that's it.
You've got a little bit of a journey ahead of you then, I would say. Do you need would a map perhaps be useful?
A map would be very useful, actually.
Very good. Give me a moment. He kind of comes back. He says, this is one of the last maps I have left. I do need to acquire some more, but it'll be 5 gold pieces. And as you can see here, he kind of like splays it out. It's just a map specifically of kind of this continent that you're on right now, of Eckhard. As you kind of look at it, seeing where you were in Keldan and seeing Quit maybe just a little bit above that, you look a little further up the map. And there you do see, in fact, kind of scrawled in with a kind of almost swirling bit of cloud, Tempest Peaks. And they appear to have the name for a reason.
Okay. Yeah, here's 5 gold sounds reasonable.
Thank you. So he kind of pulls the map. He says, so if you're going north, your end destination will be the peaks, but the closest major city to that would be Svelten. If you can then go from there, there may be well, the peaks I've never been myself, but I've heard they're a bit of a difficult climb. So
Don't really have to climb
I don't know if
wings and all.
I don't know if you'd want to fly there either, but again, I'll leave that up to your discretion. But I would make base camp in Svelten before you continue up. Along the way, you see him trace along the road. He says, there's a bit of conflict going along here as he points off to one road that kind of forks off. That would be the most direct path. He said I would recommend avoiding this. If instead you would go from here directly to Lorlen, and then from there to Vishor would probably be the most direct path to Svelten. Will be a little bit of time on the road, but that would be the safest path, certainly. If you really wish, I've not been this far north. When you reach Lorlen, maybe they'll have better information for you, but my recommendation would certainly be for heading towards Vishor.
Okay. Thanks for the advice. There's
Of course.
tons of angry people everywhere wanting to fight over stupid things, so
Yes.
avoiding that sort of thing is time saver.
Of course. If there's anything else you need, I do have, this sounds like it's a bit of a journey. I have some general supplies and things if you're in need.
It's not really a general supply, but in the odd chance you carry around, I don't know, a giant diamond?
I can't say that I do.
Okay, it's worth a shot.
You may be able to find some as you get further north. I know certainly There may be Svelton's a bit of a richer town, largely dealing in textiles.
Okay.
But certainly a colorful tradesman town, Svelton. Somebody there would certainly sell what you're looking for. Or if you make your way to White Rock, certainly there will be many shops there that probably carry what you're looking for. Aside from that, there may be, depending on how far out of your way you're willing to go on your journey north, there are certainly other towns on the way, but Svelton's the only one in your direct path.
Yeah, I would probably have to change paths a little bit. And
Yes, it's entirely up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to... I don't know what your priorities are. If you wish to find a diamond sooner, perhaps you could turn off a bit earlier, but that's up to you.
I mean, if you say that Svelton has rich people living there, then it's probably a good bet that one of those people have a giant diamond that they are willing to part with for the right price.
If you have enough money to throw around, I am certain you can find a diamond of most sizes in Svelton.
I don't yet, but I hope that I will.
Well,
And do you guys have any like brewing equipment?
I believe we might. He kind of goes and comes back. He sees he's got a small collection of just different, like, small pots and pestles and things. What are you looking? Are you proficient in any of these sort of like potion making or anything like that?
No.
You can still buy it.
I want to buy it. My goal was to turn the wagon into a mobile distillery.
It can be done. You will have to learn. You can attempt to figure it out on your own. However, it will be nearly impossible, having never brewed anything on your own, most likely. Some of the monks may have in your area, so you may have basic knowledge.
Okay.
But you're going to have to succeed on skill checks over the next probably couple weeks to get proficient on your own. Even if you have a book, it's still going to take you a little bit, but you can certainly do that.
Does he have a book as well?
Let's find out. No.
Okay.
No, he does not.
Sounds good.
Does
I'll
not
try
have
and
a
learn
book.
it then.
Okay.
I'm gonna learn it by tasting liquor.
Okay. I mean, you could certainly pick up a book in a more established town. You could try and
Yeah.
find one elsewhere, but here...
I didn't
it's
think
gonna
he'd
be
even
difficult.
have the equipment, to be honest. So
It's
a
well, I
crapshoot.
mean, you asked for a kind of like
Is it-
it's like the kit he kind of brings forward is very small, more for like you gather brewing like either like small potions or things, but it wouldn't be like a large quantity. You could certainly
I want a
begin
huge
experiment.
distillery.
Yeah,
Okay.
you could experiment with it to kind of get started, but by itself might be kind of difficult to
Okay.
to brew much. Yeah.
Fair. All right.
Okay. Do you just want to go and grab it to begin messing around?
Yeah, I'm
with?
gonna buy it. Yeah, and try and start learning brewing.
Yeah, okay, we'll call it an alchemical set just for now, as
Okay.
it'll help you with some of the basics as you kind of are learning, but to get proficient in brewing, we'll let you get trained up when you either find a town who has a brewer or a book that can help you on your quest.
Perfect.
Just mark off 2 gold for that.
2 gold. I'm gonna give him 3.
It's just a very basic set of like tools.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else from anybody?
I mean, I would ask him, does he have any like spell scrolls or anything like that?
He might. What are you looking for? Just any? Let me see.
Comprehend languages.
Well, we're standing right there, you know.
I don't have much in the way of spell scrolls. Just a few things that are common, like light and prestidigitation. Very minor things for people who are less magically inclined.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Well, all right. They're here if you change your mind. But I can see that you're very talented.
Thanks.
Very good. All right. As you guys now make your way out of the shop, it being about a little after midday, probably 1 o'clock or so, as you look on the map, Clee, it looks as though the next town, Lorlen, the next one he recommended at least, is about a 3 days ride. So it's up to you guys. What are you doing now?
So the guy at the shop said to head to Lorelen, then Vishor, then Svelten. It's the best way to avoid any conflict, and it's probably the fastest way to get there. Anyone have any objections? Not that I don't think you would.
Seems fine.
Okay. Did everyone get what they needed in there? It's going to be a few days before we get to Lorelen. Last call.
All aboard. I'm gonna like.
It's better
jump
use
onto
the
wagon.
washroom because we're not turning around or stopping.
Now I have to pee.
It's
I
too late.
got
said
the
to
back of
go
the wagon.
before we left, damn it.
I didn't have to pee then, but now I have to.
I'm not gonna keep stopping the horses.
I will turn this cart around.
All right.
I'll
so-
just pee on the floor, then press the digitation to make it go away. Or pee my pants, and then you can clean up soil, so I can pee my pants and then get rid of it with prestidigitation. Magic's badass.
Well,
Pee in your pants is cool.
It's real peeing in your pants.
but because
is
you're
friendship.
magic, and the pee came out of you, it's magic pee.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm magic
Oh,
So
bottle
it can't be cleaned up by prestidigitation.
Oh, shit, I'm gonna pee on somebody that gets stung by a jellyfish. and
canon,
they're gonna
by
be-
the way.
They're gonna feel real good.
Sorry, peeing your pants is like happiness. Everyone can see it, but only you can feel its warmth.
Oh shit, dude.
And then it gets really cold,
That's
and it feels terrible afterwards. though.
It's uncomfortable. Yeah.
That's why you press to digitize it before that
So you
happens.
said it's gonna. You said it's gonna be like a few days of travel, right?
It's gonna be about 3 days to make.
What do we
Yes,
do,
Pint?
Mara? What do we do?
I said, welcome to D&D.
Mhm. Welcome.
You're right.
DM, could I clean the pee-pee from my pants?
I would like to press to digitize it off my pants, please.
Magic be gone.
we've established that all excrement is minorly magical and not be cleaned by prestidigitation.
Oh,
Not mine. If I pee on Marok, he can totally press to digitize it off.
oh, that's true. But then we might have like child
Don't pee on
protective
me, you're gonna
services
end up
called
on
in.
a list.
Marek, come here. Let me pee your pants.
Get your bird picker away from me.
It would be both poo and pee for a bird because this is
Ooh.
combined together.
Yeah,
Oh man.
out of our cloaca.
One of the nights when most people are sleeping,
Okay.
I'm gonna say a little prayer.
I'm gonna be then from now on. I'm like cradling my fucking book to.
I'm
like,
learning
I'm not messing with the
I don't
book.
give a shit.
I know. I'm just saying I'm going to try to pray to the lady and ask her if she
Everybody,
can
take your headphones off. Go
I
ahead.
mean, this isn't gonna make sense.
I'm gonna pray to the lady and ask her if she can give me a boon to comprehend languages for the next few days so I can read this abyssal book.
Okay. You see, as she kind of, as you are staying awake, you're kind of sitting in the back of the cart looking around.
Also, I'm gonna ask what her name is because I don't think I asked that last time.
All right. As you begin having this prayer, you see from around the back of the cart, her head just kind of like float into view. She says, "Hello, Mark. I believe you were asking me for something."
Yeah, well, first off, I don't remember your name.
Well, I didn't give you one.
Oh, what do I call you?
Goddess is fine.
Okay, so with this book,
She kind of
I
looks at. She takes a look at the book. She says, It seems to be a. She kind of like flips through it. Yes. Nothing crazy. Why? What?
oh, I was hoping it was like a cool, powerful, like demon magic book or something. It's written in this crazy language.
There may be something useful in there for you, depending on how perceptive you are.
Oh, I don't know how to read it though. Can I? I don't know how to read and speak abyssal.
Okay. This could be fun, sure. As you see, she kind of reaches out with 2 fingers and touches you on the side of the temple. I will say for the next, we'll call it the next week, you are able to comprehend languages.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, cool.
She says, now, it's not an enormous book, but I get the sense that you may be a little unpracticed in reading. So just take your time, see what you can glean, and perhaps very soon we shall speak again. Oh, and try not to mention too much about me.
Oh, okay. Is we like in a secret relationship?
Yes. And if you mention too much about me, then I'll have to stop seeing you and giving you things.
Okay, I don't want to do that.
That is right. You do not.
Okay, I'll keep it a secret, I promise.
Very good. Anything else you require for your journey? I would hate to see this long road trip pass by this boringly.
Oh, I don't know. Is there any other cool stuff I could have?
Do you have any ideas of things that might be fun?
I don't know. Necromancy sounds kind of cool.
You see like a kind of sparkle like in her eyes. Just, I think there may be an opportunity soon. Very soon.
Oh, are you an evil goddess or a good goddess? I honestly, to be honest, I don't care either way. I'll still be your best friend. But are we doing evil stuff or are we doing good stuff?
Marok, I don't like to put labels on whether things are good or evil. I just like to do things that are fun. And
That's the way I live my whole life.
exactly, and that's why we're perfect for each other. So
Okay.
just have some fun on your journey, and we'll see about the necromancy thing very soon.
Okay.
There may be a good opportunity for you.
Okay, cool.
Well, good night.
All right, good night, Miss Goddess.
And you see she just kind of disappears off the other side of the cart and does not reappear.
Cool. Put your headphones back on. It's like, yeah, she was in the other room. Yeah, then I guess I'll like through the night. Obviously resting as much as I can. I'll start, trying to knock some of it out.
Okay. Very good. So the rest of you, and I'll message you about that in a bit, probably after the session. Anything else you guys want to do on the next 3 days as you begin heading towards Lorlen?
I'm brewing. I want to learn it.
Go ahead and roll me. Just start with a general intelligence check. Your best skill.
Ah. Oh, it was an 18. God damn it. 6.
You try to, you just gather some herbs which you're kind of familiar with after having, lived where you in your village, and you know that they can be used to make some sort of mildly alcoholic beverage. But as you go and try to concoct something in like a small batch over the next few days, doesn't turn out good. You don't really know that it's even fermented at all. It just kind of feels more like, looks like it's kind of turned into a sloppy mess. As you kind of do your best without any prior knowledge, you just kind of throw it into a pot and like heat it up and then leave it all covered for a while as best you can. It doesn't really seem to do much though. You don't know if there's something you need to add to it or what, but at the moment based on what you've seen other people do in the past to make similar sort of concoctions, you try your best, but no success as of yet.
Clee, drink this. I made it.
Can't hear you, Hunter.
Oh,
Now I can hear you.
oh, that was weird.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, sure, buddy.
And I'll try a little bit.
It's kind of at this point almost like a room temperature tea, but it doesn't taste good. It has a little bit more of a like, if you let lettuce sit in water for a while and it gets all mushy and the little bits of like stuff get in your mouth, it's like got a little bit of a bitter taste to it.
Is it good?
I'll swallow the amount that I have in my mouth.
Be like, I think you should keep working at it because it'll get better with time. Wait, what is that something on the horse?
And I'll whoosh. And then like pretend like,
had to finish it, man. It was, yeah.
I am a master brewer.
What
I'm
are
gonna
you
go back to
drinking?
brewing.
What are you drinking?
Oh, I made liquor.
Oh, give me some.
Absolutely. I handed Mike a huge glass of it.
Absolutely.
I drink it, and you said it's disgusting.
Oh, it's terrible.
For your palate, yeah, you're used to eating a lot of weird stuff, but it's still not great. It's a little bitter.
This is garbage.
He is too young to appreciate it.
No, I've had booze
Sure.
before. This is very tasty.
Don't give up. Keep brewing.
I'm gonna sit in the corner and draw circles on the ground. I thought
Hey,
it was good.
please,
I finished. I wouldn't have finished it if it didn't show potential.
you threw it behind your back.
I,
You didn't even get it outside. It's all in the car.
All my friends have betrayed me.
okay, it wasn't good, but I want to encourage you. Just
I can think of it this way. Before, I used to not be that good at magic. Now I'm amazing at magic because it just takes practice in being born with a bunch of weird gifts. You know what I'm saying?
weird flex, but okay.
I watched you turn into a potted plant once, though.
That was a long time ago. And when's the last time you saw me turn into a plant?
That is true.
We've only known each other for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, but
So-
I feel way stronger than I did then. But see, it's been 2 weeks and I haven't been a plant, so maybe in 2 weeks you'll make liquor that's not dog shit.
I feel very encouraged. Wow.
Inspiring speech.
So great. I'm gonna look to Akka and be like,
Do you want to like get some air, fly around a little bit?
That sounds good after my last failure.
Uh,
Okay.
okay.
and I'll like exit the cart and start flying far enough above it.
I'll just join them. I guess we're circling.
Yeah. Kind of like, but not going fast or anything. Just kind of like
Okay.
following along.
You guys don't notice anything super out of the ordinary as you fly along. It's a relatively flat road at this point.
I say,
I'm sorry that I accused you of telling Marak about Clay. God, it shouldn't be that hard to say his name.
No, I would never do that.
I know you wouldn't.
I even I don't really know what happened. I mean, it was never really spoken of. And you don't have to tell me.
I know I don't have to. You've been good to me, Akka. This has been really hard this entire time. I've been going at it alone. Because it's a burden. Would you help me carry some of that?
Of course, I will help you. That is why I'm here, to help you succeed on this quest.
fuck. Burden. I heard it when I said it, okay?
I'm gonna come clean then. I haven't been talking to Avestra. I know that's might be hard to hear, but I owe you the truth. I've been talking to Clay.
But how is that possible?
When we were kids, we were always sneaking off and getting into trouble, but I would always be there to take the blame. He was kind of the good kid. He was born a little before me, so that means he gets to be trained to become a spiritual leader, all that sort of stuff. It makes sense. It's just the way we do things. So I thought it was my job as his brother to make sure that he doesn't get into trouble or get hurt or anything like that. And he was so excited. He found something that he said no one else had found. and he wanted to show me it so bad. And that night we snuck out, like just normal. And there was this, I don't know what it was. It was some sort of shrine. Looked like it was abandoned for a long time. And in the center, on a pedestal, was a book. It was the strangest thing I've ever seen. And he said that he found it and he was excited to show me. And I didn't stop him, Maka. He opened the book. That's all I remember. I woke up and he was on the ground. He wasn't moving. He wasn't breathing. And I stood there for hours. It felt like years. I held him and he wasn't waking up. And I killed him, Maka. I was supposed to be there for him.
It doesn't sound like you killed him.
I killed him.
It was whatever that book is. You can't be holding on to this.
I promised that I'd watch out for him. And I didn't do that. And then a few nights later, the book came back to me. And it was him. He was there. He was fine, but he wasn't him. He wasn't physically there. And I promised that I would do anything to get him back to normal. And that's why I left the village. That's why I needed the Ethereum.
This pilgrimage is...
It's a lie.
not-
I didn't want you to get involved. It was my father's idea to have you come along.
Are you sure that it's your brother? I mean, Morok said that there was something else in the book, that maybe it's tricking you. Maybe... I've never heard of anyone speaking from beyond the grave.
I've been talking with him for years. I can tell if it's him, and it's him. He's in there. I need to get him out of there. He's fading, Akka. He's losing memories. He didn't even remember our mom's name. How could you forget something like that? And the longer we wait, I feel him slipping away.
Okay. I will help any way I can. I feel like we've been through so much on our journey that it
I'm
wouldn't
sorry
be right.
I've lied. I've been lying this entire time, and I feel like shit about it. I just didn't know if you would be okay with all this. And until I knew for certain that you'd be fine, I didn't want to say anything. But you've been there for me. And you're almost like a brother to me.
I feel the same.
We should probably get back.
Yeah.
Thanks again.
We'll figure this out, Klee.
I hope so.
While they're offline and talking,
Mhm.
I'm gonna talk to Briar.
Okay.
I'm gonna look to Briar. I'm like,
Hey, Briar,
Yes.
are we not best friends anymore?
Why do you say that?
I don't know, because you always feel like you're getting on to me.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. You almost didn't let me borrow my book.
Well, that's because you said you were trying to learn Elvish, not Abyssal.
Yeah, I get confused sometimes.
Well, I was just trying to save you the money.
Yeah, but it's a cool book.
Well, have you read it yet?
No.
Well, how do you know it's a cool book?
Cause look at the cool words. Abyssal's pretty spooky.
Is it spooky?
It is Abyssal is the language of demons.
Oh, well then, yeah. Okay,
Oh well, golly gee, look at that! It is spooky.
do I know that though?
You may not know whether it's from demons or devils because they each have their own language. But it's definitely one of the more shadowy languages that would be kind of opposed to like more brighter languages like Sylvan or Elvish.
Okay.
But like, I don't know. Maybe if I stare at it long enough and like, fumble with it, maybe I'll just learn how to read it or something. I don't know how languages work. I'm only 5.
Can I see it?
You're gonna try to take it away from me?
I will not take it away from you.
Okay.
I hand it to her.
Okay. What are you doing, Briar?
I am going to comprehend languages
Okay.
and
It's
read in my head, not out loud.
Good
to avoid
idea.
that situation.
Incantations. Plaatu, Barada, Nikto.
And the card is swallowed.
yeah.
Yeah, I just want to start reading it.
Sure. Are you just skimming? I mean, it's kind of a novel length, so you're not going to be able to like just immediately read it. Are you just reading? Like, what are you reading? What do you
It
wanna-
takes me a minute per page to read for an hour. So I can read
Damn.
up to 60 pages. Let's look. Is there like a table of contents?
Not so much. As you
An intro, a
What
prologue.
one?
Little foreword about the author.
as you pick up this small tome, it doesn't appear to be written in such a way. It's almost more of a historical journal based on
Okay.
how the intro is written. You kind of begin skimming through the beginning, and it appears to be talking about some sort of war that happened in the past between demons and devils.
Hmm.
You see a few different names thrown around. One that is mentioned often. How long are you spending reading this?
I guess an hour.
No, I'm not letting you read it for an hour. It's my book. Unless you're reading it out to me.
If
Oh,
it
no.
seems like it's okay and he's not gonna get in like summon any demons, I'll relay what I'm reading.
As best you can tell, at least insofar as you have read to this point, it almost seems like a historical account of some conflict
Hmm.
between demons and devils in the past.
Okay.
At least that's what you can get from the first page or two.
Okay. So I'll tell him that.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Would you like me to keep reading it?
Okay.
There we go.
As you get a little further in, there's a couple names that appear somewhat regularly, some of them seeming to be various either different generals in one side or the other. However, how long are you letting her read it now? For a full hour? Or
Nah, just like a couple more pages.
the one name that stands out to you that is mentioned with a great many titles in front of it, from Lord of Darkness, He Who Walks Both Worlds. Like, there's just this long list of string of titles in front of it. But it is a apparently what it sounds like a half demon, half devil that is born from just this unholy union of two very, very powerful lords of each side at some point. Sounds like may have caused the war, but also may have brought an end to it. It's without reading for it's a little difficult to tell, but the name that you read is Kassan.
I was expecting Devon.
Unfortunately not.
For half demon, half devil.
I understood.
Hilarious. Okay, anyway. So, sorry, what was the name?
Kassan.
Kassan. Okay.
Make sure we turn him cuss off. Am I right?
Okay.
The two of you should be able to recognize that name.
Whom's to the
Hunter and BB.
Would I?
What am I back right now?
Do I?
No, I just mean the two.
Oh,
of
out
you,
of character.
Out of
you said,
character.
Jim.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
Okay, let me have my book back.
roll me a religion check, Briar,
Okay.
or history, whichever's higher.
I think they're both 0.
Okay. They're both the highest.
Yeah. I rolled a 5.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use luck
okay.
because that's a really shitty roll, and I'm really curious. Okay, that was worse. Let's keep the 5.
Yeah, you're not really sure outside of what you've just read here. The name, they made it sound significant in this kind of journal, but outside of that, it's a little difficult to tell.
Oh, let me PM you something real quick,
Okay.
Wizard.
Okay. In the meantime, anybody else doing anything?
I'd probably return to the thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab the book and just like sit and just like look at it like a kid looking at like just a book, and see if I, from what she from like what she said, like from what she relayed.
I wouldn't have told the name though,
Why not?
Dude,
because I apparently know what it is, and I got a bad.
No,
feeling.
you BB
You
know what it
don't.
is. You Briar do not.
oh yeah.
Briar has no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, I
You-
probably wouldn't have told him a name anyway. Demon language.
Mhm.
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna get it and be like, just look at it and like trying to, from like since she like relayed some of it, I'm gonna see if I can use that and figure out and just teach myself how to read or something.
Alright.
When I return, do I see him looking at a book? Just a random ass book?
Yeah, because they've been working at it for a few minutes. You see he's kind of looking down at it. Yeah.
What you reading there?
I don't know. I can't even read it.
What do you mean?
It's written in abyssal.
Can I take a look at it?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be looking and just like flipping pages and be like,
Can I like curiously like look over as he's doing that?
You can try, but yeah, he seems to. You see as he kind of pulls his cloak around it and has covering it from every side.
Do I see a few words?
Do you speak Abyssal?
Yep.
Then yeah, you could probably see a few words. Yeah.
That's not an abyssal.
What?
What?
I mean, I don't think my character would know he speaks Abyssal.
Your
Right.
character doesn't know that you speak Abyssal?
Yeah, it's not something he grew up with, right?
Then wait, but you.
And he's never
Oh,
been
I see what you're
really,
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, exposed to
Yeah.
it, I guess.
If that's okay.
So for you, because it was more passive, I would say no. You probably wouldn't know.
That's
Immediately.
fine. Perfectly fine.
So, as the rest of the day, couple you get through the end of these first 2 days, with your third day beginning now. You guys set out in the morning, heading for the last stretch towards Lorlen. As Briar, you suddenly feel just a little bit of a tingle from the crystal that is you've carried with you for basically all your life. And as you hear a voice, a familiar voice, begin to whisper in your ear, we're going to end tonight's session and we will pick up next week.
Boom!
And I never heard from Keurig.
No, not yet.
No, you
let me
did
actually
not.
let me see,
Maybe Nescafe is going to be talking soon.
because I have to roll for each.
I like calling him Folgers.
Folgers.
Community coffee.
we'll catch up with that Mara next time. You will have heard from him on the 3rd day.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So
Did he say anything about me?
He probably said buzz buzz.
So we'll get to that next time. Remind me at the beginning of next session, and we'll go over Kirk's stuff. So we'll do one headphone session with you, and then we'll have to do one with BB, and then we'll get on with the session. So that's something to look forward to for next time. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for playing. Let me take a look. I didn't look at alerts this whole time. I meant to have a potty break, but then it was too close to the end, and then now I have to pee real bad.
Yeah, it happens.
So let's see. I probably missed things. What did I miss? Oh, Amanda, are you still here, Amanda? Thank you so much for subscribing. She also hosted. Oh goodness! In the last 4 hours, Empire hosted. Thanks again.
Yep,
K9 by 9. Thank you for the host. Canicopica, thank you for the host. Grey Wiz 82, like your name. Thank you for the follow. Pints Has Fun. Tigger hosted. Thank you guys. Bree hosted, and then Rodek 88 also followed. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. I don't know if Ty caught the part where we were talking about some of his stuff, and I don't think any of you know his character well enough to know that we were talking about it, but we talked about some of Ty's stuff just a moment ago.
He said he's something about he's so happy that we're in Astoria or something like that.
491.
Listoria. Wait, what? What?
Oh, we rolled every die ever, and it got a total of 500.
Gotcha.
It's
Cool.
still calculating.
There we
It's
go.
still-
That one, 1197.
How is it still calculating? It should be instant.
No, when it's 1,000.
Not when there's that
something.
many dice.
Well, it's a calculation. Whatever. Okay, I'm not even getting angry. Anyways, thank you guys so much for playing. Thanks everybody for hanging out tonight. I know this is not our normal night that we normally play, so thanks for hanging out and showing us all the love. We're gonna kick you guys over. We're gonna throw a host up. We'll be back with the second party on Thursday. So come hang out then. We're here every Monday and every Thursday. If I've timed this right, we will be starting our Halloween event basically right after TwitchCon. So we're gonna be doing this final kind of minor quest line and things that hopefully we'll see how you guys handle it. I don't know. We'll see leading up to it. I'm gonna go and close this now because you guys are being nonsense over there. We have a couple more weeks before. Wait, do we only have 1 week and then it's TwitchCon week?
Yeah. I gotta buy
So-
my flight still. Oops.
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry about it. I always had a good deal.
How am I supposed to touch your butt if you're not there?
I flew to PAX for like 120 bucks, man.
Isn't
I'll find a great deal.
October.
No.
No.
September.
So
End of September.
Oh shit.
What we may do then, because we'll have our Monday game on Monday and then Thursday, and then the week of TwitchCon, we may have to squeeze the Monday game in. We'll get it on a Monday, and then we'll try to squeeze the Thursday game in and maybe on Tuesday, so that way we can get them in right before TwitchCon. That way there's not a huge gap. And when we come back, we'll be ready for Halloween, woo, which I'm really excited about. So in the meantime, we're gonna keep you guys. Raid.
Make sure that they're not.
Ha 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 ha.
We're gonna remind you, it happened twice.
I've never seen these guys, but I want to check them out. I like their. Whoa, how many people do they have playing? Oh, never mind. There's just got. I like that. That's cool. All right, hot ARPG. I don't know what that means, but I'm about it. Let's go check them out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We'll hopefully see you Thursday and then next Monday. And we love you very much. Thank you for hanging out. Bye.
Bye.